No, this is why you can't have dice so nice.
Dice so nice, exactly.
That's literally it. I always have to turn it off because otherwise I crash or freeze whenever I roll a dice.
Oh no, we had an echo. Okay, I switched over to that. Beautiful. Welcome back, Waterdeep, Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Thursday morning. Last we left off, we are in the Caverns of Ooze upon a nautiloid vessel. A newer nautiloid vessel, mind you. This one has a wooden frame and is not as much of a large actual squid as the ones that you might see in Baldur's Gate 3. You can tell that this spelljamming vessel is it's a newer, more modern one. You guys don't know this as your characters, but you, the players, can know that nautiloids, the older versions, were actually crafted from these large crustaceans, and they don't do those any. They don't have that, whatever planet or access they had. They're not making new nautiloids since the Illithid Empire has fallen.
So they got like these imitations, sort of they're made to look like nautiloids, but they're
Imitation,
made of traditional materials.
pretty much, yeah. I mean, there's some similarities. It is made by Illithids, but it is a wooden frame, wooden decks. You see this metal hatch. It's not anything like the BG3 nautiloids. But it is this large crustacean ship. And with that being said, we jump into the session here. A final rule I forgot to mention. One thing I've also been having an issue with is that all of my parties have inspiration, all of them. And what that is turning into, it's that inspiration's fine, but everybody also has silvery barbs. They also have, all these other reactions that just like reverse the situation or whatever it might be. Lucky feet, silvery barbs, all these types of things. I'm no longer going to be giving inspiration to everyone. We start the night by giving inspiration to whoever does the recap. It does not go away until you use it, so it persists through sessions. And I will also hand them out periodically. Scarcely. So that's just how that is. Everybody roll a d20.
Great. I actually think that's better, to be honest.
It'll reward you for doing this recap too. So.
Exactly.
So everybody roll a d20, and lowest roll can give us a recap, and you'll gain the inspiration for the night.
If we still had our inspiration from last session, do we keep it?
No, all of the, like I said before, because everyone had it, we're erasing those, and that rule always was that they disappear at the end of session, and we start with a new one. But now, nobody has one. We start with whoever gets this. We'll start with one.
Oh, Patwick. Oh my god, that dog, I swear.
There's Patrick. Is this another tall thing?
Patrick.
Nanok, the Dragon Slayer. If you'd be so kind, give us a recap of last week. How did we get here? What are we in the middle of?
Well, it was all relatively simple. We had left Kurum with a vampire lady. To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure why we did that. Bad idea, but oh well. Let Kurum be Kurum. It was his decision. Not gonna fault him for it, but we had then met I think they're called Githies? A gentleman named Vicini Aradi. Who had previously known a couple members of this party who are no longer with us, as well as Kurum. And he had agreed to travel with us as we ventured deeper into the Undermountain. Found this Cavern of Ooze, as well as Gaz's patron, a djinn of water. Honestly, the weakest patron I've ever seen. But after which, we've seen a few strange sights, a crashed ship in the depths of the Undermountain, as well as this squid ship Not sure what they call it. I kind of forgot, to be honest. But there's an illithid aboard that is causing some chaos at the moment. We dealt with his lackeys, and he seems to keep coming back for some reason.
Indeed, you've killed him 3 times now?
Twice.
Twice? And a
Mhm.
third one has spawned behind Cobalt in the lower decks. And this hatch is open at the moment.
Yep.
And that is where we left off, in the middle of a battle with Captain Ngarthrod, the Mind Flayer Illithid spacefaring captain that landed the scavenger into this mine somehow. Who knows how? 19 levels deep into the Undermountain. And with that, we go back to the top of round 5 where we left off. Cobalt, you approach a large hallway, door on your right. You heard some noise, you opened it, something skittering around in the cabinet. You move to the next one, you see like a mess hall. You move towards that next door, and as you're about to walk up towards it, you hear a peg leg clatter, and then a step, and then a peg leg. I see you think you've defeated me. And we go to your turn.
Oh, man. Do you like dying? Is this a thing for you? Is that a fetish?
The only one who's going to do any dying here is you. And he pulls out a rapier. Prepare
I
to
don't have a
duel.
mirror. Oh, okay. Do it! And I will bonus action steady aim, not move this turn, and attack him.
I'm gonna put you at 0 feet because you're just on this.
Yeah,
You're in here.
I'm just here. I have 0 feet. And I'll attack him with advantage for using steady aim. I'll actually put it here so we know what that does. And then we're going to close that. There. Psychic Blades. 21 to hit.
Easily hits him. It's right in front of you.
Yeah. Unguardy.
Unguardy. Is that some type of new lingo?
Well, you've been living under a very, 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 very big rock, so maybe.
A 9 and then 17. He says, the only rock I've lived under is brow.
Well, I guess this is a new rock for you.
A 21
that's
is
all
a solid
psychic.
hit there. Yes, he takes all of it.
Okay, just making sure. And I stand still because I use my bonus action to stand steady aim, so I can't move this.
He
turn.
doesn't look like he is resistant at all to, like, you haven't noticed any.
Yeah. Oh, you got some ooze coming out of your
That's
things.
That's action, bonus action. Giles, let me just double check here. Yes, that's layer action.
The ship tentacle thingies.
I need you, Cobalt, to give me a wisdom saving throw as the ship, yes, it fills the interior with the void. Your mind is warped with images of the far realm.
Ugh. I think your ship is oozing tentacles too.
You
should
do
get that
succeed,
checked.
though. You take no damage on this, as you can see the walls just shifting and tentacles lashing out towards you. Giles.
Yeah. Where did he go? I don't make my way towards this hatch, but like, I don't see Ungathrod, do I? So.
No, you saw Cobalt jump inside. You guys killed
Yeah.
Ungathrod up here.
God, what's he likely to do next? Might he come back up here? And I'm wondering if I should ready a spell or just head straight for the hat.
You're also
think I'll just
commanding
use
the
the-
orcs.
Oh, that's right. Yes, they're under my. Oh, I forgot about that. They're under my specific command.
Yes.
I hired them.
Auspicious leadership.
Auspicious. Right, let's send them down then. Men, to the bowels.
Ruka looks back and says, "And women!" And she'll go in.
Oh, my apologies, madam.
Then I will move all of them inside here. What I'm just going to do is copy, paste, and then move them down here. As
Then
they
what
will
kind of
rush
movement do I
inside.
got?
They will dash and just get behind Captain Ungathrod here, but they are going to fill the hallway.
Oh, hi. Oh, dear. Oh, well, there goes my escape route.
I
I
will then
don't.
use the
Ooh.
An
I'll use the
army of
dash
orcs
action.
just start running down, and one of them shouts, "The captain!" And she's running with her axe out. Go ahead, Giles.
Oh yeah, I'll just use the dash action. That's my bonus action. I'll use the dash action to get over to the hatch and end my turn. I'll
What
be
was
shouting
your
orders down the
bonus?
hole. And the bonus would be to command the guys, right?
No.
Oh, all right. I thought
It's
it
not
worked
like a
like
summon or anything. No, you just paid
Oh,
those
right.
motherfuckers.
So they're just gonna do what I
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
That's my free action to speak. Okay, so I do have a bonus action.
Of course.
What do I see looking down into this hole then?
A ladder that goes down into a small storage cubby, and the orcs just like march around the corner.
Okay, so I can't see like where Ungathrod
No,
or
they
Cobalt
go
are.
around a corner. Yeah, you
Okay.
just see into like this spatial cubby. Couple crates stacked up in the back. Yeah.
No, I'll just I'll end my turn.
Okay.
Outside the hole here. No problem.
Vanissi Aradi.
Yes. Look at that mighty Ruka. She is like a mighty brown bear protecting the cubs and running in all her glory. I must pursue this noble person.
We're
You
calling
run
a cub.
inside. Let's see here. So it's 20 to the thing here, and then you'll climb down. You'll be right behind the orcs just on your movement. I'll just drag you here, Vanissi, because the teleporter's not working. So no worries. Just give it a second as you drag 500 feet to the south. It's off the map.
Goodbye.
It's tucked away in the bottom here. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. And as you come down the hatch here, that is what you'll see. You step down onto this, it'll be your movement to get like here. Down the ladder.
And I will bonus action dash.
Well, as you take a look around, you can see that the hallway's filled with orcs, and then the captain on the other side of that battling Cobalt. But where would you want to dash to?
Oh. I would like to step forward and say hello to the nearest door. Orlog. Hello. Tell me more about your captain. Does she like long walks on the beach?
You are in a rage, so I think if you don't take damage here, that's gonna fall
Oh,
off.
that's true.
It's gonna
Never
fall
mind.
because we left in the rage. So if there's any
I
way
want
for you
to
to keep
punch
it,
myself in the face.
if you want to damage yourself, you can damage yourself here. Go for it. Unarmed strike.
He misses himself.
Steps on his own foot.
No, it's not a miss. Just the damage. It's a
Uh-oh.
guaranteed hit. Just the damage for unarmed strike.
It'd just be so funny.
One plus your strength mod. What's your strength mod? It's 5. So and it's plus 2 because you're raging. It's 8 damage. But yeah, you
Also
just
reduced.
punch
but-
yourself into the chest by the rage. That's correct. So 4 health back. Thank you. So yeah, you punch yourself in the chest and kind of keep that rage going as the orcs are just kind of running down this this hallway. Do you have any range?
I just look at that and I go, that's some damn fine leadership in action.
You know what?
I
I just realized that I do have a ranged attack. I believe that the rage would not fall off if I do a ranged attack. So
as long
can
as you
I
attack someone, right?
can I take back the unarmed strike and
Sure.
instead attack with my short bow?
Sure. I am going to give him a lot of cover here. So obviously a lot
That's
of people
okay.
in your way. So I'll do 3/4.
Ah.
but you can definitely
As
do an
long as
attack.
I can just get an attack off, that'll keep my rage going.
Go for it, and I'll heal that 4 back because there's no reason to punch yourself. Hey, that's an easy hit. You're still blessed. I think it was
From Portia.
Portia. Yep, she's concentrating. And you have that inspiration that you can drop on one of these. But hey, that's a solid 6 damage. You keep the rage up. Do you have extra attack, Finissi?
I
You do.
You do.
Also, I believe an ally is within 5 feet, right? So wouldn't I get sneak attack?
True.
Yep.
There's a solid additional 14 on there. 20 damage on the arrow. If you got extra attack,
Okay.
go for it. Oh, it was almost a nat 20. That does miss. Do you want to use the Bardic?
Sure, I'll use the Bardic.
Already, roll me a d6. I'll just take that buff off. That'll hit. Seven piercing. Very nice. Alright, that's movement, action, and Gray.
Can I try to hide
Uh
as my bonus action?
yes, but you'll have to just get out of line of sight like that, but go for it.
Okay.
Roll a stealth. Just kind of step back out of the hallway after launching some arrows. That's fucking solid. Do you have a plus 10 right now? What is that from?
Expertise, probably.
Plus 0,
Yeah,
plus 10.
expertise.
It's just in there weird. You do have a plus 12. I just don't know why there's plus 0. Very nice. Gray Slod. Those are there any? Those are all dead,
There's
right?
one.
Where?
There's one,
There's
but
one
it's currently being
Oh, yeah.
brought.
He's
to-
in the ooze, dude.
I
He's in
pushed
the
him.
ooze. So, strength.
He's prone in the ooze, trying to get
He's
out.
stuck in it. He's still stuck in it. He's going to move with the ooze towards the hole. Actually, it's over this way. He starts to get pulled in this ooze towards this chasm.
He got pushed by a tiny little bunny.
Scanti will just kind of step up next to Giles. And she looks down into the hole and she'll just ask, "Are we all going down there?"
I think we need to find what was causing him to regenerate over and over again. Maybe it's a thing. I was gonna go look for his cabin while they all fought.
She'll start to climb down, at least just to get into that room. So we will just drag her 500 feet. Let me just check on movement here. She was there, so 10 into the hatch, 10 down. Yeah, she could step over and at least launch. Same thing, he'll have a lot of cover, but she could at least launch a firebolt. And she'll do that for you guys here. A firebolt launched across. Natural one. Way too many people, and she'll just try to get it past some of the orcs. It shoots and just kind of deflects off one of their shoulder pads. But that's her turn. We'll go to Portia, who is concentrating on the bless. She looks at all of you, and I think that she'll also hop down and just kind of stay in the back line down here. But she says, "Well, let's go," and jumps in, and I'll move her to just this corner as she's concentrating and doesn't have much to shoot out here. Let me just double check her spell book. She might be able
Oh,
to.
hold on a second. Vicini is hasted. I'm concentrating on that. So
Hey,
he would have had
Vicini.
more stuff.
You are hasted. You have the haste buff. You have another action. Go
Hey.
for it. While I decide
Alright.
what Portia will do. Go for it.
Shoot him again.
before your stealth, so you can just make another attack. I'll scoot you down.
And he can move further if he wants.
And you have double movement. That's true.
Mm-hmm. You just can't get past
He can't.
him
Yeah,
at the
he
moment.
is where he is. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, you'll hit again. Let's do.
Captain Guthron isn't concentrating on, say, I don't know, staying alive. That type of spell. I don't know. He's just not dying.
No,
Dang.
no concentration. Not right now. Just trying to see what she could possibly cast here. Sacred Flame is 60 feet. Okay, so Portia can at least get that in. So she'll throw a Sacred Flame at him. And he will make save. Let me just see if
I
he has
see the ladies have decided to join the party.
He
The
does
fiesta.
have magic resistance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
20.
He succeeds.
Yep, so just damage here. And
Oh,
15
he takes
radiant.
nothing.
Hmm?
He takes nothing.
Oh, sorry, he succeeded. I don't know why I wrote
Mhm.
damage.
It's
I
like-
just my brain farted there. All right, she steps down. She Sacred Flames. It misses. Captain's turn. And yes, they join the battle. Vicini right behind you, both of them. And you'll just hear Ascanti complain, "That hallway's too fucking packed. What are we supposed to do here?" And let me get all these orcs to 0. Captain Ungathrod, though, he's going to turn around and Mind Blast this group.
Yay! I'm safe.
You are safe because of how many people are behind him. So he will Mind Blast everybody there. So all the orcs, Vinici, and the 2 ladies are going to have to make this intelligence saving throw. Oh, I need to turn some modules on. All right, let's go orc by orc here.
Oh. Oh dear.
Oh, Rourke actually succeeds. Rurak. The rest of them are stunned. Vicini, you succeed. You see all the orcs in the hallway stunned, except for the main one. Vinici succeeds, and then these 2 ladies are gonna have to make a save here. Oof, not good. Scanti will use, she's gonna use a sorcery point to reroll the save.
Ah.
So she'll make one more.
Noble maidens, are you alright?
It's not good.
Are you okay?
They are all stunned. They just run down, come to fight, and then you see them all just kind of as their minds are assaulted by Captain Ungathrod's wave of psychic energy. And then let me see, there's also damage on this, yes? Or is it just, yes, there is damage. Or take the damage and be stunned for a minute, and they can repeat at the end of their turns. Let's go ahead and do the damage. All of these ones take 18 damage. Pretty fucking solid. And the ladies both take 18. Portia makes a con save at advantage because she's a warcaster. And we will go to the next turn here, which is, that's Captain's Blast.
Well, she's
that's
stunned
his...
now, right? Can she concentrate while stunned?
Oh, no, yeah, it just falls off. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
already off. So Bless falls off.
Bye-bye, Bless.
Perfect. We'll take that off. Good call.
Mm.
And then... Sorry, it's still early. Who else is blessed? Oh, it was Gaz. I'll just delete that. All right. That's Captain Ungathrod's turn. He has nothing else here, really. He just does that. And we'll go to Nanok, the Dragon Slayer. On the top deck, everybody runs down, and you just hear like a as a wave of psychic energy stuns all the orcs. The orcs kind of grunting out.
Nanaka's gonna take one last look on the deck and just look around for a moment, look over at Giles, shrug, and begin to climb down. 5 feet for the pothole.
I will drag you 500 feet for the ship itself.
And then just
That's a long shaft.
somehow I'd like to think that Hallister's just
The whole
secretly did
time
the
you're on a
entire
ladder.
time. Yeah.
Just climbing down.
6 seconds
It's
for a
Metal Gear
500-foot
Solid.
ladder is pretty good, though. That's pretty nippy.
You move at fall speed.
Must have done that slidey thing.
You move at fall speed, exactly, yeah. Right down the ladder. No. Nanok, you appear inside this lower chamber. You can see some crates. Some of them are smashed. Looks like food things and different supplies that are just strewn about. And everybody except for Vinici looks stunned. They're all kind of like, oh, dazed.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
I was just having an enlightening conversation in the hallway, and this evil madman interrupted my conversation. What a horrible man!
The only one who's mad down here is you, thinking you could kill me.
Well, no, you're pretty mad looking. I mean, you're always angry face.
So, Mr. DM Nick,
Yes.
I would like to cast Dimension Door and grab Vinici if at all possible.
Vinici's not stunned, so he would have to be
Perfect.
willing. Yes? Is that what
I
Dimension
am
Door
willing,
says?
my little friend. Come,
Perfect.
let us go on an adventure.
All right, an adventure it shall be. Hellish portal just forms, and he just drags Vinici through it. I'm gonna try to appear on the other side
Of the
Captain
hallway here?
Ungathrod. Yeah.
Sure. You can
And I'll expend the
definitely
spell slot.
appear over here.
Oh. Well, this is really cramped now.
Should I stay out?
I don't think you'll have an issue.
It'll be fine. I don't mind.
You see
What are you
a
talking-
winding hallway, a bunch more doors. You think the front of the ship is up this way, but you can see 3 doors down this hallway and a door directly above you, and then Cobalt there battling with the captain. I suppose armless right now, like no weapons, because you throw the psychic dagger, it disappears. You're just
Yep.
kind of there.
Just whatever you do, Senior Giles, keep the haste on me. I feel like I am going crazy in the bueno way.
10, 15, 20. You've
I'll
only
do
done
my
20
best.
feet, so you have a little bit more movement, Enoch.
A little bit more.
A little bit more.
Mhm.
Mm. Yeah, I'll use my movement to explore. Is the store in front of me locked?
Oh, I forgot to put the chat up on the stream.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
They just can't see your dice rolls. It's not a big deal. I'll do it right now. Is the door unlocked? No, it is locked. It feels like as you rattle the handle.
Oh, is that locked?
Yeah.
People
First door's
usually
locked.
keep very important things behind locked doors. I'll open it.
I should actually lock them, huh? Just so you don't open them. This one's
All right.
locked. That one's locked. These ones are unlocked.
And Nanak will spend another chunk of his movement to use his bonus action. Draconic Cry.
Nyeh.
And just scream at Captain Ungathrod.
You and your allies have advantage on attack rolls against all enemies that can hear you. Very cool. That would
Yeah,
be Captain
within
for
10
sure.
feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
All your allies that can hear you though, which is everybody.
Yep.
Alrighty. Nanok, that is your action. That's your bonus action. That's most of your movement. Cobalt,
I'll end it.
Nah.
top of the round.
No. I'm gonna risk an attack of opportunity from this badly injured Captain Ungathrod, number 3.
Number 3.
Número 3.
Why isn't this? Sorry. Let me fix that. The captain. You know what? His image has a rapier. He should have one in his hand. I even said that he took one out. He doesn't technically have one. I'm going to put a rapier on his character sheet real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
He should have a rapier.
Oh, your rapier's on top deck, where you died the first 2 times. It just got to the...
Unfortunately, everything right now that you see, something is going on with this guy. You know that much. But he'll take that off attack as you step away here, just with a. I'm just gonna say with the rapier. He's dueling you. He just stabs out.
Ha! You missed!
Indeed, he does.
I'll move over here. Lock day? Not for long. I'll try to unlock this door. That's an action.
Go ahead and roll it. Thieves' tools.
Yes, sir. Tools of thieves.
He says, "Hey, quit snooping around my ship!" As you hear a click and an unlock.
Now!
As the door shoves open, the captain stands up from his chair. "Well, then we shall battle!" And I'll roll this one in too. Actually, they'll just act on the same initiative.
Oh! There you have twins? Triplets? Quadruplets?
You see another captain in this room.
I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, my race, we have a lot of siblings.
Actually, you know
I
what?
will
Can I
move.
roll another initiative for him? I can. Perfect. Let's do that. They'll both have different numbers. Cool. This one goes on 16.
So, yeah. I guess I will go in
Change
real
this.
quick.
Update him to 4 and update the other one to 16.
And aside from him, this seems like a bedroom, right?
It looks like the captain's quarters. You can actually let me get the full description. Boop, 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 boop. Down to this area here. It looks specifically like the captain's stateroom. The resin walls are sculpted and painted to look like glossy black tentacles, entwined with one another and screaming elves in their grasps. Easels and paintings all about the room. You can see that he clearly likes to paint. Colorful alien landscapes. Paint brushes and jars of paint lie on the table. And there's 5
No.
finished paintings.
He's being humanized.
And the chair, it's a blood-stained wooden chair with iron wrist clasps. A pool of sticky blood covers the floor around it. Now that is to your right.
Well, that's... considering all the paintings around, this chair is real tacky. And sticky. Anyway, I might risk an attack of opportunity from him as well. What's this in the corner?
Those are his paintings.
Those are the paintings? Oh, I
no,
see.
actually,
I get it now.
that's the chair. Those are the paintings. I don't know. One or the other. Doesn't matter. There's
I think
chair
these are
and
the
paintings.
canvases.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Then...
Chair and paintings. That's all you see.
I don't want to be close to this chair, so I guess I'll just
Actually,
move
is there a
over
chair
here.
under him? No, yeah. It's either, I think that's the chair. I don't know. Oh, no. I can't tell. Hang on. We gotta put light in the room. Yeah, that has wrist clasps. This in the bottom right. Yeah.
Okay.
Canvas on the top, chair on the bottom. It's important. Details.
Yeah.
It is. Gotta know, theater of the mind type of thing. And I will, I guess, I'll bonus action dash, and this guy can also take an attack of opportunity against me.
Okay. Yeah, he will. But he'll do it with his tentacle.
I didn't consent.
21.
That doesn't hit.
It does
Nope.
not.
Nope. Bonus action dash. It's like, you guys have some weird tastes. And I will move out. And oh, there's another door. And another. There are lots of doors.
3 more doors down that hallway that you see.
What?
Where are you going?
Opening all the doors. Because he doesn't
We're
like
gonna
it.
see how many captains we can get into the initiative.
we gotta catch them all, you know.
You head to the next doorway.
Yeah,
Unga,
and
unga, unga thought.
I already used my action on the previous door, so that'll be it for my turn.
Oh, doors open just with movement. The action was to
Well-
lockpick.
Mm-hmm. So is this one locked as well?
Doesn't seem to
no.
be. You see
Lucky.
bunk beds, the orcs' rooms.
Okay. That's my
Alrighty.
turn.
Top of the round, everybody in the ship. We're gonna do a layer
Well,
action
now.
here.
Oh right, yeah, no, I'm not in yet. Good.
Nope, you're not in yet. Everybody
Yep,
in the
good.
But
ship.
you're on the ship.
I think it's inside. Interior. Yeah, I think I messed up the first time I did it. It says interior.
Onto your
Yeah,
areas,
so up
gotcha.
top, you're actually okay. Inside changes. And so everybody that's in the ship can
Ugh.
roll that, including the people that are stunned. They still get to roll it here. So I'm going to roll for the
Ow.
orcs once I'm done with you guys. We'll do the NPCs after. Vinisi, a 17. You're good. Cobalt, 13. You're going to get stunned from that. Anything to add to that? Any abilities or...
It's not a stun, it's just damage.
Damage.
So-
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, just damage.
Any
Just
creature
damage.
that isn't an aberration. You're not an aberration, are you, Cobalt?
I mean, considering what I'm currently going
know why
through
I
in
was
Curse
thinking
of
of a stun.
Strahd.
All right, so 11 damage to you, 11 damage to Nanok.
Okay. Let's check that
Boom, boom,
out.
boom, 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 boom. 11, 11, and all these NPCs. This is just going to take a second here.
Yep.
Boom.
3 of them succeed.
1, 2 failed. 4, or no, 5 failed. So the 3 in the middle are good. And then, or 2. All right, so succeed or fail, fail, succeed, succeed, fail. Did it not roll? Oh, there's Portionist Gun. Okay, I see. 17, 27. They both succeed. Perfect. All right. That's where it was. 11 damage to those 3. Giles, you're up.
I descend into the hole.
I better turn a few modules on because that should have been easier. You descend.
To get a lay of the land.
Yeah. Give it a moment.
Wee. Like the fear hole in that Rick and Morty episode.
You're in. As you climb down the ladder, you can see Ascanti and Portia immediately, like, dazed and stunned. And you can see Vinisi has already moved further in. You don't see Nanok, you don't see Vinisi, you see a bunch of orcs.
I'll see if I can see anything past them. Oh, they're just
Oh, yeah.
completely buggering the whole lineup, aren't they?
And stunned.
Didn't I have pass wall? No.
Also, you don't need to roll anything for this. She's just going to attack. And she does multi-attack. She makes 3 attacks with the Great Axe. She misses on the second one. She hits twice. Great Axe damage here. Her weapon's messed up. Hang on. I'm just going to give her a new axe. There it is. Don't know why it's messed up, but that's okay. Great Axe. Click it. Damage. Twice. Oof, a 1 on the dice. A 5 on the dice. 20 damage from your ally here that you hired. All the other orcs are stunned. Go ahead, Giles.
Ooh. I can't get past this lot, can I?
You could pop up into this doorway potentially, but you've already gone 5 into the hole, 10 down.
Yeah. I don't
So
have
5,
the movement
10,
for
and now 15. So 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you can't.
All right then. Okay, so here's an interesting question. If I use the Psychic Lance and I shout Ungathrod as the target, who does it hit?
You're going to find out.
I'll do that. I won't target anyone then, I'll just roll it. You can...
Yeah, and you guys do know his name because of the orcs.
Yep.
As
Yeah.
you shout out, Ungathrod, he has to make a save, yes?
It's a DC 19 intelligence save.
He fails.
Oh.
He has resistance.
Roll damage.
Well, I mean, magic resistance, right?
Yeah, he has advantage.
Okay.
But roll damage. That's really cool. The Psychic Lance flies out past this one and wraps through the doorway, slams Ungathrod in the head. And that is going to be... The target must make an int save, or he takes that and is incapacitated
Yep.
until the start of your next turn. That's just the case. He's out.
So yeah, how that happens, Giles will come down and then he basically sees the state of affairs where it's everyone he can see stunned apart from Nanook in the distance, and then just like screams Ungathrod at the sky. Letting off that spell.
Yeah, nothing about this being concentration or anything, so the other one stays up.
And yeah, I got haste up still, so
Alrighty.
that's my turn.
The Nissi. You see a magical bolt of energy, Psychic Lance, just fly past into this doorway and slam into Ungathrod's head, and he just kind of falls back. It seems to be stunned in his own right. You're still raging.
Venissi, now! Do it
And-
now!
And hasted.
Very well, my captain.
Oh, Captain, I like the sound of that.
Yeah. Nanok just stands there, just this way.
So, do I have some kind of a benefit against an incapacitated enemy?
He can't take actions or reactions. Does it give you advantage? I don't know if it does. Incapacitated 5E. I'm actually not 1,000,000% sure. Let me open up the Roll20 conditions just to reconfirm. Incapacitated, can't take actions or reactions. Doesn't give you advantage, no.
Okay, then he'll just use his strategy of attacking recklessly with his rapier.
Advantage attacks, go for it, reckless.
Because you have advantage sneak attack.
Put away the bow, pull out Tlak Ikith Giastrid, and attack. That's a pretty deadly combo, Barbarian Rogue. Give yourself the advantage. It's not bad.
A brogue.
A brogue. Oh
Already
yeah, you just
has
have to click.
advantage
You gotta
on
click
all
attack
three.
in the chat button there. The attack. There's a button in the chat log. Boom! A 30 to fucking hit. Absolutely. That hits.
All right, so here's the first one.
Plus sneak.
Can I save the sneak and attempt to fish for a crit?
Once per turn, you can deal. It's your call.
So you can choose.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to fish for a crit. So here's my second attack.
It'll hit. You have a third with haste. If you want to keep on keeping on,
Yep, third with haste.
go for it. It will hit.
Okay, then I will use sneak attack for this third one.
Yep. Not bad damage at all.
Ooh.
17. At this, it would be his turn, but you actually see he steps back, he kind of stumbles. He's incapacitated still, but don't worry. He steps back, he stumbles, he sheaths his rapier, and he says, "Enough! Enough! Parley!" But he is technically incapacitated, but he just says parley. He can still talk, just can't take actions or reactions. So he sheaths his rapier and calls out parley. Now, obviously, I'll leave that up to you, but he stops attacking.
Very honorable to sheathe your sword when you know the battle is lost. My friends, I believe our enemy is defeated. Come, Captain, we must speak with him.
Would you like me to drop us out of combat, or does anybody try to kill him?
Giles is just like, ooh, I've always wanted to parley with pirate.
I'll drop us out of combat. You guys have won the battle. If you want to kill him, you can kill him. But I'll drop us out of combat here. As
What happens to
Captain...
his alternate?
Hmm?
His the alternate Ungerthrod that's still in the hallway. Does that stick around as well?
Fades away as he calls out
Oh.
parley. The stun starts to fall off from everybody that's stunned. They either save or he just... Well, I don't think it's not concentration. He can't, like, unstun them. But they start to save. They start to break out of the stuns. And he backs up. He kind of takes a seat on his stool. He just puts his hands up. He says, "Parley, friends. I don't need for more bloodshed. None of us have to die today."
Excuse me. Good job, everybody. Well done.
Close the door.
Nope.
Ooh.
Oh, you close it, Nanok?
Yeah, Nanak just closes the door. The moment he sees Giles coming up, saying,
What's the problem? Stand aside. I have my bodyguards. Come, bodyguards.
"Ah." I was
Oh,
just
you
going to let
just
you
hit
win.
that in the head. Oh, man.
Nope. No, you have your
No.
bodyguards. They can't even fit in the room. You can stay out here.
You haven't allowed me to see the room. I will be not staying out here, Nanok.
He steps into the room and he pulls the door shut. Give me a strength check, Nanok, to see if you can keep strength versus strength. Nanok, strength check. Giles, strength check.
All right. Ooh.
Giles,
What
you
is-
pull and like, you know how you you start to get the door open and like you're getting it and it just keeps slamming shut as he's pulling back. And Captain Ungerthrod says, "But looks like your party's fighting themselves."
Okay, at any point during that struggle, do I get a line of sight through the door to cast Misty Step?
Yeah.
I have to upcast it to 4th level, but I'm doing
You
it.
get like this slight, like it opens and closes, You're like,
Yeah.
you just get like
For
an
fuck's
inch
sake.
and then blink into the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool, very cool. Use up the Misty Step, but you do so.
Yeah, 4th level that was. This better be worth it.
The
Why do
resistance
you
kind of
always
stops
do
Nanok
this?
as you just like pull up against the door and fall back as he stops holding it.
I do not appreciate having my agency relieved of me, Nanok. You should know this by now.
Someone with so much insight.
That's
So
true. You also
oblivious.
don't like me biting you. You do also.
The
just-
ladies just walk over to Cobalt and they see the dead orc in one of the rooms, his brain
Uh-huh.
extracted, and they're just
Mhm.
like, "We're not dealing with that." And they walk away from the battle. But Ungathrod, sitting there at the easel, all the paintings, he just kind of looks up. If you're done arguing, we could talk.
We could. First, I'd like to know why you started this whole fracas in the first place.
I would like to know how you convinced these pathetic orcs to actually fight.
A bit of kindness, some gold.
Yeah, he paid him.
It's mainly the gold, yes. The kindness is just a perk of the job.
Pathetic crew. They should have loyalty to the ship.
Well, should they? I mean, if you're not paying them, which it sort of sounds like you may not be.
Oh, this vessel. He kind of caresses one of the walls as he says this. He says, the Scavenger. She's a beauty. Best ship in all of wild space. And we had the best crew, too. Until whatever the fuck happened here. I don't know how we got down in this dark pit. But I will get this ship back out. Where are we?
So,
I take it you all know where you are.
Leverage. That's good. You'll find out, I'm sure. For now, I simply wonder why the violence. I mean, we were in a pretty chatty mood, weren't we, fellas? And I sort of confer with Venisi and Nanook. Needn't have started all this silly violence. But now you've put yourself in a rather untenable position.
The
where
ship
you've,
has been attacked by oozes, attacked by Duragar, and then attacked by some abominations. Stone giants shaped like a strange wizard. We've been through a lot. We're all starving. The crew abandoned me. All I had left were those damn slods. Disgusting beasts. But they did their work. Unquestioningly.
Seems like you're quite fucked then.
The name is Captain Ungathrod.
Oh, I know your name.
I hail from the Rock of Brawl. He kind of strokes his tentacles, much like a beard, not like a mustache, like a beard. Just kind of strokes through them as he says, "I didn't always look like this. I'm an elf, a high elf. Was.
Ceramorphosis is a bitch, huh?
He nods. You know of my condition.
Well, it's not really a condition anymore, is it? More a state of being at this point. But, I hear it comes with certain perks. If you can get over the old, and then I kind of do that gesture around my face to point at my face, or his face, indicate his face.
I was on a mission towards Glith to try to find a way to reverse this ceramorphosis. Unfortunately, our ship was taken some magical spell when we stopped at the rock to resupply.
Does the name Hallister mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
Well, now at least you have a name to put to the likely cause of your current predicament.
Who is this Hallister?
A mage, much like myself. This is his domain. Used to be, well, from what I can tell, many other things. Dwarven ruins, Underdark, bits of the Underdark, bits of Elven ruins, all kinds of stuff. But he's co-opted it all, and in one way or another, all levels of it are under his influence.
As you start to inform him of Hallister, you do find out he knows nothing of Hallister or where he is, and that his ship, much like the orc said, appeared in this cavern. They were up in space, appeared in the cavern. And you also saw that other ship. You know that these large things could not have fit through these narrow hallways. Something obviously transported them here. You assume Hallister. As you tell him all of this, I will ask if you guys would like to throw anybody talking to Ungathrod, the three of you, to throw insight checks at him.
Very well.
Just to get a gauge of this conversation.
I will absolutely. I'm currently gauging whether to sever his head from his body right now.
Yep. 10, 12, and a 13. He's a hard man to read. His demeanor has completely changed. He kind of sits back, certainly not threatening anymore. He's backed off of being threatening. Obviously, because he was losing. As you can at least tell that much, you all read honesty in when he says he was an elf, and he's gone through Ceramorphosis. He tells you a little bit about his past life, being an elf, coming from Faerun himself, and going on a quest to fix his condition.
But, I mean, is that even possible?
It has led him to become this space pirate in wild space, amassing a crew and trying to make it to the planet Glyth to find anything he can. The Illithid planet.
Have I ever heard of this Glyth?
It is within your realm space. It's possible Giles knows of realm space. I'll leave that up to you. It'll just be whether or
I'd
not.
say he's probably heard of it in passing. Like
the other planets in the solar system. I feel like you would.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like you would.
And so would I know, for instance, what state it's in now? Is it like a dead planet where they used to live, and it's sort of is that the deal?
Maybe you don't have like in-depth wild space knowledge, but you would know that it's like an illithid planet, far away, gaseous, big planet. Actually, I want to pull it up. I don't remember if it's gaseous. Glyth 5e. 6th planet from the sun in the realm solar system. It's a bastion of illithids. It has some rings and a bunch of moons. Not a gaseous planet. So yeah, Glyth has rings approximately 1 million miles from the sun and 3 major satellites. Yep.
You mean the planet of the Mind Flayers is where you were heading?
Where else to look? If anyone knows, it would be them.
Yes? Well, yes, they might know. Almost certainly they do, but would they help you, though? I mean, you're part of their number now.
Nobody's willing to just help you. You've got to take what is yours and fight and survive. Now, for not, I won't give up.
Yes, and plus you've had a lot taken from you as well. You know, your original body, for instance. It's not to be sniffed at.
He gets a very serious face, kind of leans and he says, not just the body. My entire life. My family. My home.
They didn't take too kindly to the transformation, eh?
They think me dead. And it is better that way.
Yes, I was going to say.
As you walk into the other room, Cobalt, you hear some scurrying in one of the cabinets. And you hear like a little...
Oh. Maybe it's one of my kin, just in baby form. Just a little... I'll look for this source of the scurrying.
Yeah, you open one cabinet, you can see a loaf of bread that has rotted, and it's been chewed on in a bunch of spots. You start to kind of shuffle through. Give me an investigation.
No carrots, right?
All the food in here has either rotted or been eaten.
Ugh, gross.
Like they ran out of food supplies a while ago, so.
Yep, I'm not gonna touch that. No, it's so gross. As
you're going through things, whatever it was seems to have kind of scurried off. But as you're looking, you think like maybe a rat. It's been eating some of this stuff. You see like a couple rodent poops.
Well, considering that they likely haven't had anything to eat for a long time, I'm gonna clear some of the shelves of all the rotten stuff, and I'll place
Yeah, as you start to spend a few minutes clearing it,
I'll put
you
a
notice a
ration here.
hole in the back.
No, well that goes somewhere. I'm not that small. I can't go there. So I'll just put some
Honestly,
rations that are
it,
clean.
it's a ridiculous DC, but they wanted a 20 perception to spot this hole
Oh
at
well,
the base of the wall where it separates the cabin.
my passive's 33, so I'll.
Yeah, but you did
Oh yeah,
roll
good.
a 4 investigation. They wanted a
Yeah,
20.
yeah. I wasn't looking for it, but I saw it out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah, throw me a perception. Throw me a perception.
Sure, just for fun. Uh, let's see here. I have advantage, I think. Yes.
20.
You just barely, even with your stats, you just barely
Yeah.
spot this rat hole.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks like a little rat maybe chewed through and disappeared into the wall, and it has run from you into the hole.
Well, I mean, fair game. I'll leave a ration
Oh,
behind, or
actually,
not a full.
it looks like it actually lodged a stone. Sorry, I didn't read the second paragraph. It lodged a stone into the hole, like it sealed it.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna
You
take away
recognize
from
the
your
stone.
privacy. I do.
You do.
I may take away your privacy. Hold on a second.
I'm going to post it here. You see that this
So I'm just gonna need your front door for a second. Hold on.
this is the front door. A pair
Oh.
of sending stones. It is one of the pair.
Oh,
Oh.
that's cool.
That's interesting.
Has the other?
I mean, there's only really one way to find out.
Talk to the door.
So I was thinking of it. Um. Do I see anything of similar size to these stones?
Yeah, sure. You could definitely
Okay.
replace it.
Yeah. Um. Oh, but I feel like I'm stealing. But it's what I do. So I'm gonna take it, and I'll say, "This isn't really a good door for you. It makes noise." So I'm just gonna
As you pull out the sending stone, you see behind it this little hamster just pulling towards it,
Oh.
trying to keep the door shut.
Oh, well, this one's better. It matches the color. It's easier to hide with.
Give me an animal handling.
I'm
Sure,
part
it's a-
animal. I would know. God, I roll such shit.
I mean, it's still 16.
Yeah.
Because the hamster looked like it should be big, but isn't.
You see that the hamster, it kind of just accepts the new stone and just clogs his hole back up.
Oh. I'll open it a crack and shove a little bit of food, just like do it, and then close it back up again. Here, sorry.
It chews on the food for a minute, and then you see it kind of open back up, and it just kind of comes out and it just stands next to you on the cabinet, just looks, just kind of sits up.
Yeah.
If you feed him,
Paws
you befriend
outstretched,
him.
trying to.
Well, I fed him. I do feed him.
Yep.
I will remove it from my inventory. I'll give him a full ration.
Go for it. He is befriended. You have a miniature space hamster. Miniature giant space hamster.
Oh. Why?
Oh, it actually was.
It is.
So in layman's, a hamster.
It's a hamster.
Yeah. A mini giant.
A miniature giant space hamster.
It's whatever you want it to be, by my understanding.
Captain Ungathrod goes through all of this with all of you, and he says, I'll tell you what. I can teleport us out of here. If I could just get my helm back.
I'm not sure you can, actually. It's another one of Hallister's doings.
What do you mean?
Teleportation, it's suppressed down here. Somehow.
Damn it! And he kind of slams his fist down. Well, nonetheless, we need the helm. If you can
said he
return
was
the helm to the
hungry,
ship. What?
You said he was I'm asking the DM. You said
Oh.
he was hungry, right?
You know that the orc said that he started to eat the crew.
Yeah, because I'm wondering with my 22 intelligence whether he's getting any, whether I'm smelling like a freshly baked loaf of bread here.
He, in whatever state, he seems to be chatting, not attempting to eat you.
Okay, good. He's not thinking with his.
He says,
Beat.
I grow weaker the longer I sit. I'm only sufficient to defend the ship. But should you find my helm, the ship is yours. If you can get me out of here.
About that, I mean, I know it's highly inappropriate to ask a captain to abandon his ship, but perhaps if you come with us, we are on our way to him.
Oh,
You could find the answers you seek yourself.
Not sure that would be the best idea. Having me among your ranks might prove difficult for myself.
Oh, I see.
It has been some time since I've eaten, which is why the Orogs abandoned me. I couldn't stop myself.
I'm gonna take a step back.
Yeah.
He looks up, he says, "It's all right, friend. I'm in no condition. But I don't think we should sleep in the same vicinity at any point. Understand? I have the
Yeah, no,
sanity
no,
of
no,
my
no.
elven self, but the hunger, mind flayer.
I suppose yes. Perhaps best we part ways, and we'll let you know if we find the helm. And
Yeah.
As long as I'm on the ship, I can defend it with my illusions.
what is it, Nanok?
Can I pull you to the side for a moment?
Yeah.
Yep. I'll just kind of drag him out of the room, and I'll be right back. Just kind of gesture to Vinicius and Giles to follow.
Yeah, you go speak with the captain. I stay with the elite elf.
All right, suit yourself. So, Giles,
Yes.
crazy idea, but you know, Gaz's patron. They're known to grant wishes, are they not?
Some are if they're powerful enough. Generally, their thing. I don't know how capable they all are at it.
You guys do know that he was going to perform a wish for doing
Services
the task.
rendered.
Yeah. Genies can cast wish.
Yeah.
Are you thinking we use this wish to help Ungathrod?
Nanok nods.
I mean, we'd probably only squander it on something silly ourselves. Quite sacrificial, noble, a good chapter for the book. Do I recall what we needed to do to get that wish from that genie?
Phylactery from a lich.
Yes. From the floor below. Well, look, wishes are incredibly powerful, of course. So, we have it as an option.
Yeah.
We've only just met this man. It is a tragedy what has happened to him, but whether it's our responsibility enough that we squander something so powerful on it remains to be seen.
You do have a point. And besides, there are other things we could use that wish for. Like you said, we could also squander it.
Well, the wish is a pernicious thing. It will try and make it so that you did squander it, even if you try and not. But it's still powerful if you spend the time on the contract, so to speak, reading the fine print.
Yeah, the contract. Nanook just scratches the back of his head and just stares awkwardly. Could be something else to bargain, but not right now.
Right now, he seems content to let us leave, and given that, by his own admission, he's struggling to maintain his hunger, I think we should take him up on that. If we find his helm, we
You see
bring it
Ruka
back and-
taps you on the shoulder. Excuse me!
Yes.
You want me
Yes, Ruka?
kill?
No, we're still hammering it out. Why don't you just go, I don't know, go and gamble or
She
something?
turns back to the other orc. She says, no kill! And they all... They all start to complain.
Oh, the men are growing restless, and women.
Yeah.
Are growing
Maybe
restless.
we should leave before they change their minds.
No, they are staunchly under my command, I think. 2,000 gold probably buys me at least a couple of days of loyalty, right? All right, don't answer that.
Probably. Yeah, I can't answer that.
We are keeping out of the room. I'll pass by the door and I'll say, we will return with your helm.
He says, wonderful. I'll keep this level on lockdown until then, and you'll know where to find me.
Oh, and if I meet anyone with a particularly deserving of brain eatage, I will also endeavor to let you know.
If you return with brains, I would be eternally grateful. Perhaps I could even venture with you for a time, until the supply ran dry. But without them, I'm too vicious. And you can
Well,
see,
look,
like,
they'd
he
have
says
to
that
be very deserving.
he's very, like, he's upset about his condition. You can tell that in that as he's, he's not
He'd
happy.
dearly like to not love to eat brains.
Seems that way.
Yeah. Well, it's only if they're particularly deserving, you understand. I'm not in the business of vending out the brains of the innocent. What have we become now? What have I become?
Julian, are you there? Or did you
Yeah,
skip
I'm still here. I'm just. It's been a long couple of days. I'm a little drowsy, but I'm still here.
That's all right. Do you add anything? How are you feeling with this? I mean, you are a Gith, and they are raised to kill mind flayers, but having kind of following in the footsteps of Oraz and all of that, perhaps not as aggressive as some of the other Gith. But how are you feeling in this? Do you leave them alive? Do you parlay?
Yes, I will not lie that my upbringing tells me to kill and hate mind flayers, but I sympathize with your condition, and my captain and first mate were always ready to parley with anyone regardless of their circumstances. So, in their honor, I will keep an open mind.
Very cool. Then he
Well, I wouldn't do that too close to him, exactly, but
an open mind.
An open mind. That's funny.
All right, well, I appreciate not only your kindness and understanding, but your ability to withhold your aggressions. I apologize for my transgressions upon you on your arrival as well. I thought you just more people to kill me. Well,
I think they did, but I put an end to that, don't worry. I gestured down the hall at the Orogs.
Best of luck with all of them. If they don't find a way out, they'll turn against you as well eventually. Make sure they do so.
Well, I have deep pockets, but I don't wish to run them dry. We'll see. We'll see.
Anything else you guys want to do while you're in the ship?
I'll ask the hamster if he wants to follow.
He will follow you.
I
You
prob-
fed him. He'll run up to your arm and just kind of jump on. He
Yeah.
seems friendly now.
Cool. I can at least guarantee fresher food than this.
Hops onto your hand.
Oh, where did you get these things? Or this thing? I like motion to the stone.
He makes a couple chirping noises at you.
Oh, I should have. Oh, I can't do that right now. Tomorrow we'll have a real conversation.
Alrighty.
And,
I'll
guess-
gesture to the orgs. Move out! I'll do that little that twirly finger thing that you do when you want people to move out.
They twist and march towards the top of the deck, and I'll just scoot all of us for that out of here.
Oh, I want to explore.
There isn't anything else in the ship. The front of the ship, Okay, so there are some crates with some stuff in them in the cargo hold. Yeah, if you guys want to try to go through his stuff, he says, well, take what we have left for supplies, at least, to help you in your journey towards the helm. This is all I can offer, is what's left in the ship. There is a couple of chests here that he will give you pretty much everything that's in them. And there's just so much. I'm going to try to consolidate it all, because there are 5 chests in the cargo hold. So let's just try to get this all figured out. Let's just write it down one by one. So 400 silver pieces, 180 gold pieces, 3 bracelets, 25 gold each. And half buried in the coins is a miniature mini beholder figurine with black pearl eyes and spindles. That's worth 2,500 gold point. Chest 2 contains bolts of elven silk. So 100 gold in elven silk. Engraved. Number 3 here. 3-inch tall figurines of each metallic dragon. 250 gold set of metallic dragon figures. This is like everything that he has on his ship, and he lets you look through the chests. Chest 3 contains 6 vials of this strange dust, and he says, that is a rare commodity, found upon the nesting asteroids of solar dragons, harvested in the riskiest of possible locations. It's called stardust. He gives you 3 vials, or Chest 3 contains 6 vials of stardust. 6 vials of stardust.
Ooh, what does it do?
He says, the dust, although be careful when and where you use it. It causes a hallucinatory effect. It gives you strange dreams and images. Meta-wise, it casts the dream spell on you.
Ooh.
Oh, I guess that wouldn't really work for you then, since you were, what, an elf before?
No, this new body requires rest. But not when we're in the astral sea. Many people partake in stardust to enjoy a nice long sleep.
Well, that's a good question. What's it like to dream now that you can dream when you couldn't dream before?
Nightmarish.
Oh, well, that's par for the course. You can't always have good dreams.
You see a set of copper goblets. I'm typing all this out. Worth 25 gold each. There's 5 of them. There's just so much stuff in here. A black coral necklace. And this is worth 250 GP. I do have these items actually made if anybody wants any of them specifically, but I'm just going to type them in for now. The last one here is mummified elven hand wearing 2 gem-studded gold rings. I don't know why he has that, but an elven hand.
Probably his hand, isn't it?
Worth 500 gold points. No, he has both his hands.
But like, wouldn't
his
his
wife.
like out like the outer shell of his flesh might have like come off in Zoomorphosis, and the hand we found the hand intact. That
Oh,
would
it's
that'd be
a
my
bloody
pick.
mess.
Sure. It doesn't tell me whose hand it is.
The one thing that was left mostly intact was his hand, so he kept it.
3 poisoned rations because they've gone bad, so you don't need to eat those. That's fine. We'll ignore that. Crate 4. There are... Oh, nothing of value in that one. Crate 5. Smiling gnome face. So this one, in Crate 5, you see the symbol of a smiling gnome face encircled with the words Kreckenhoff's Craftworks in carnival letters. It's packed with those foam peanuts, and inside of it, as you unpack it, there's 3 gnomish inventions in this crate. He says, that was a delivery we were supposed to make to the rock. But I suppose whatever knickknacks are in there are yours now. You see a spring-loaded pogo stick. 25 gold. You see a wind-up tomato masher. And that's worth 250 gold. It's a nice little invention. And then the final thing that you find, it looks like a strap-on helmet with a wind-up propeller mounted on the top. And meta-wise, it's a magical item called a propeller helm. It's an uncommon magical item that a small humanoid can attune to, and while worn, you gain the levitate spell. And you're not you're not casting. You can just levitate as an action. You can levitate yourself. It works just the same as levitate, but it requires no components or concentration. You just can do it. It spins kind of loudly and it whirls while it's doing that, so it's like, but you'll levitate up into the air. And there's a 50% chance that the helm breaks each time you use it.
Oh.
Anything else that he should give you? You guys, anybody that went into the captain's room, throw me a perception. You guys don't have wizards anyway, right? Yeah, you guys... No, you do have a wizard. You have Giles. What am I talking about? Giles came back.
Wizard who uses a sword.
Only occasionally. That's a very reasonable amount. That's only because of vampires.
These are bad numbers, my friends. Well, Cobalt, did you go in his room?
I was the first one to open it.
You opened it, but you never went in there.
I did go in there.
Took an opportunity attack and left.
Oh, you did go in. You did go in, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, you went in. Then you spotted one little spot on the floor that he kind of like tried to move the rug over. It looks like he hid something under some floorboards.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Good to know.
That's about it.
Hmm.
Nothing else really in the ship. That's really all he has to offer, and you guys go through everything. He says, that's everything we have within this vessel. You're welcome to take anything in that list that you see useful.
Yeah, Nanok will absolutely try to pocket the 250 gold pieces worth of metallic dragon figurines.
While
Intrigue
he's
and shininess.
I'll take the pogo stick.
And
while he's showing all of those things, can I maybe sneak into his room?
He's in the room, but
Oh.
he just offered you guys to take from the crates. And the crates are in this cargo hold, and they're full of that stuff.
Then I don't see it happening where I sneak into his room. Because actually, at the same time, I still don't think I can. Because I remember him telling me that he could see everywhere, all the time.
As long as
when
he's
I
on the
was-
ship.
Mm-hmm. So, well, that's not going to help. Never mind.
Oh, Glyph, it says right here, the noxious ringed planet. So I think it is kind of gaseous.
Yeah.
Blech.
And you also see in the main chamber, it's the image above his head here, which is really, really cool. You guys do see the star map. The chart on the ceiling has a sun at the center with elongated rings showing the path of all 8 planets that orbit it. The rocky Anadia, Koliar, the gas giant, Toril, the 3rd planet, a small cluster of asteroids that orbit that, called the Tears of Saloon. He says, that is where the Rock of Brawl is. And you can also then see beyond that, he points and he says, that's the water world Capri, and the other one Chandos. There! That is Glith, the noxious ringed planet. Beyond it, the asteroid cluster known as Garden, which is held together with an enormous plant. And past that, Akatha.
Like a carrot?
Like a big carrot.
More
a
like
big
roots.
Oh, like a root vegetable?
Beyond the constellations of realm space, the night sky of Toril, until you fall into wild space. You'll find dead gods, drifting, and access to other arcane flows that lead you to different realms. Your
You've
world,
been to.
it's engulfed within what is known as a crystal sphere.
Hmm.
You've been to any of these other realms? Yourself?
Myself? No. I've not left this crystal sphere. To the other planets, yes. I've made routine trips to quite a few of them. I've been to Glyph once. Decided to come back with a proper crew. That is, when we were attacked.
You think the mind flayers will do for your predicament, but I'm happy to help you get there, I suppose.
Well, do what you can for me.
To the helm we must go.
Whee!
To the helm we must go. To the helm.
indeed, as
Before they return!
any priceless valuables left behind, Nanok will absolutely just shove into his sack, or at least try to.
Mhm.
I will just drop this onto Discord for now. But you guys have all of this for loot. Let's go ahead and just add... We're just going to make this easy. We're going to add a loot sheet.
Yep.
I'll just whisper to the captain. It's like, I know what you're hiding, but I won't tell the others. I'll just wink at him.
He looks and he says, excuse me?
And I'll like dart my eyes towards the rug and back to him. And wink.
I saw the glint in that mage's eye. If he
Yeah,
had seen my book, he would have taken it.
Oh, he just takes yeah.
What?
If you find a very shiny silver sword, he'll take that too. It don't matter to him. He just touches all the things.
This is painful. Now I need that book.
Like I
Oh.
said.
I won't tell
mind
any of them.
I won't tell. I mean, in my mind, it's like, if we killed him, sure, we can steal his shit, but He's still alive. Why am I gonna take his stuff from him?
Yeah, I mean, you do find out he's a spellcaster. He has a spell book, and he's hiding it.
Hmm.
Anyone find it odd that he didn't have a spell book? I'm sure it was somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. You walk out onto the deck, and Giles is just
Giles?
like, he casted magic. He's got to have one.
No, he didn't.
I feel like there's never any books in any of these things anymore. Always very much
Well-
dried up on the old book front.
Here's a good question, Giles. If another spellcaster came in front of you and noticed that you cast spells, would you just give your book away?
Oh, no.
Well, then why do you expect others to do the same?
I mean, actually, technically, I did give my book away. I left him with the devil.
That seems less of a give and more of a...
That was your father. Your father is also your book.
Yes, he's my welcome. Well, he's the mind of my spellbook. It's all rather complicated.
Hmm.
I'm casting as a
Yeah.
regular old wizard now, whereas I did used to confer with the mind.
I would imagine being a sentient being trapped within parchment.
Yeah. Great.
It's not exactly a cakewalk, no, Nanok, I'll be honest. Especially if you're trapped in there with someone who's a lot like you, who you argue with, like arguing with yourself. It's actually nearly like insanity.
So if you have kids, you're gonna do the same thing to them? Just be a
Well,
book for them?
I do not plan to have children, thank you very much.
Ah,
Mm.
okay.
What would the party like to do?
To the hell.
Well,
I'll look for that slot and see, where did he go off to?
Oh, he has drifted into a pit, and you no longer hear him as he drowns into
Oh, well,
a pit of ooze.
he had it coming.
Well, let's disembark and work out which way we could possibly go.
Well, we came from down there, so maybe we should go over here.
You all climb off the ship. You've got many directions to potentially go. You know what? Maybe this is probably better. Let's just do this for vision here. You guys have seen most of it. The NPCs are hidden? Not hidden? Now he's hidden. Alright, we're just gonna do no token vision, no fog exploration.
Huh.
You guys can tell me what direction you guys go in. Mind you that any tunnels that are sealed off like this, these are like, if I wanted to add more, and I did not. So, this is nothing, this is nothing.
Ah, right, yeah.
Well,
So we
I'd like
could
to...
try to
ahead.
go down and find a phylactery.
We do need to at least find out how to get down. Who knows if his helm's even up here? Maybe that's down there too.
They would have told you the way down, because they
Okay.
want you to go kill the guy, and it is right past the ship here.
Mhm.
We never actually asked Ungathrod, but like, where does he think the helm has been taken? Does he have any idea, or is it just like if you come across it, then?
He has no idea.
Okay.
Hallister's the only link that he has now, and that's from you guys.
Okay. Well, there's no sense in looking for the helm then, because well.
Now you
we
guys
will have to come
know
across it.
two things. You know that Gaz's patron, the Myriad, he wishes for you all to find this lich and kill him. He also told you that he is up against another genie.
Yep.
And he told you not to deal with that genie, and to just go kill this lich and bring him the heart.
So
The
of
other
course
genie-
we go and deal with the other genie.
You know is on the other side of this level.
I kinda want to just piss Gaz off for no reason in particular.
I want to get two genies in a bidding war. Imagine how many wishes we could get.
Do you all want to head down to the next level, or do you want to head over to the genie? There's also some chambers you haven't explored if you just want to look around.
I don't know how well a bidding war against genies would go.
And like,
Well,
just
there's
Yeah.
only one
give
way
you
to
an
find
idea,
out.
You guys have only
Oh, yeah.
explored like
Sure.
that.
Make all powerful genies really upset at you. That's always going to work out for you.
Oh, they only call themselves all powerful. It's like in the title, you know.
You can
Well, I
see
just think
all
They're
this
quite powerful.
all this
Sure.
ooze also seems to be coming from the south and going towards the north.
Hmm. Wow.
Look,
Well,
I don't think it could hurt to talk to
that's-
the other genie simply because we may have been deceived by the first one. Who knows?
I wouldn't say that in front of a certain person that genie is their patron. You know?
I would.
He's
not.
I
sleeping
just did.
somewhere in the ship. We're fine.
Yeah, I see.
But
Gas stays back with the Myriad for. He's like, I gotta talk to my patron for a couple hours.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't, but I would.
He's not here.
hey, Vinici, thoughts and opinions? Julian?
He might have.
He might have
Just
died.
Nodded
a
off.
little bit.
No!
That's all right.
Yeah,
You know what?
we could
Why
go
don't
visit
we throw up our break timer?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
halfway, and when we come back, if we want to keep on going, if Julian's here, or if you three want to keep going, then we will. So let me throw up a 10-minute break timer.
Cool.
I will go feed
10,
Grandpapa.
10, 15, whatever you need. Stream, I'm going to mute us and throw on music. We'll be back.
Hold
Go
on.
for it.
Yeah.
Go
All right,
for it.
go. Yeah. All right,
for it.
go. Yeah.
You want my
right,
opinion?
go, yeah.
Well, usually I just follow what the captains say.
True, we're a bit misguided. We're a group. We come up with ideas. Wanted to hear your thoughts, and Captain can inform a decision. Just looks up, just begrudgingly at Giles, as being acknowledged as captain. But
All right. Well, I do not lie. I think it would be quite the storybook ending if we are able to turn the captain back from a illithid back to an elf. It would be a conquest of the illithid part of the self, which would be quite the heroic story.
easiest path to that is through Gaz's patron, who is a djinn who can cast Wish. Powerful spell with the power to pretty much do anything. But to get his favor, we need to go fight a lich down a layer and get his phylactery. The reason I was asking is because they chimed in, well, why don't we talk to the other djinn on the opposite end of this floor and see what he's offering? And try to bargain something more than what Gaz's patron's offering.
If you would like to know my opinion on that, I think we should stick to Gaz's patron. I think we should go down, defeat this lich, destroy the phylactery, attain the wish spell, and free the captain from his accursed form.
Vinici, as you finish that sentence, you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you hear a voice. Yes, kill the lich. That was an excellent idea. And Hallister reaches out with his hand and just...
Ah!
In fact, you should make haste to kill the lich, as that is an evil foe.
How evil? Also, who are you? How'd you get here?
Hello, I am
Alistair
Denisi Aradi.
Pleasure to meet you, Vinici. I've been examining all of your works. Rather excellent so far.
Great.
Any particular reason why you're here?
Well, I heard you all discussing killing the lich. I wanted to make sure that was done with haste.
We will.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Just, yeah, we will.
Good. I'm sure you will. Now, I've got much to do. And as he steps away, he goes to walk in, a portal just opens and he disappears into it.
All right, farewell, good sir. Goodbye, Mr. Hallister. Senior Hallister.
Escanti just looks around. She goes, aren't we supposed to kill him?
Did I miss
Were we-
him? I just got back.
Are we supposed
Yeah,
to... Giles,
yes.
they just let Hallister get away.
Oh, for the again.
It's that thing where, you know, we're not at the bottom of the thing, and we're not supposed to fight him.
Oh, we're not?
I don't-
Oh, that's
I mean-
true. I mean,
We are, but
Are we
it's
really
that
supposed
thing
to fight
bad
this
guys
guy?
do in stories. Yeah,
He seems kind of nice. He seems a rather kind gentleman. I think we should just kill the lich and be done with it.
considering he's probably the reason the Lich, Captain Ungathrod, and God knows whatever else he put here is here.
Yeah, he may seem kind from his wild hair, evil face, and the eyes looking at you from all over his robe, but I assure you, he is something of a bastard.
Oh,
Yes, he brought those
At this
Illithid
point,
dogs that
now that you've
ripped out
spotted
my brain.
him, you all notice this green flowing eye just floating above you, watching you from the ceiling.
Ah,
Seems he's
that's
been paying
nice.
attention.
Well, let's find out if this thing works. Clear my throat. And I just try speaking into this sending stone I found.
What do you say?
Hello? Anybody there? My hamster friend found this stone on a Nautiloid ship? Oh, the ship was transported underground by magic, just so you know. That's my message, 25 words.
Hang on.
Yeah, I'll type it.
Let's see what this says.
And that's it. That's all I do.
You hear, Ungerthrod hears. Undermountain binds. Seeking escape. Aid welcome. Coordination depths, Sector 7. Await contact. Gratitude for your outreach.
Well,
Did someone talk back?
yeah, in a language that I think I'm supposed to understand, but with words I don't.
He seems to think somebody's contacting the ship. He's hoping they can get them out. He gave coordinations.
It was
Here.
Captain.
Oh, he
It's
just has
Captain
it. He's
Ungerthrod.
just the captain. Fuck's sake.
I mean- Let me borrow that rock.
just let him know it was us, so he doesn't get his hopes up. Will you?
Oh, it doesn't work that way. You have to wait for another 24 hours.
What?
Yeah.
That's why he was very direct. He's like, I'm here. I need help.
I'll just shout, Ungerthrod, Ungerthrod, you hear us? In there?
How do you know it was Ungerthrod?
Because he said, didn't he?
Yeah.
Ungerthrod hears. Undermountain binds. Seeking escape. Aid welcome. Coordinates. Depths. Sector 7. Await contact. Sector 7 being Toril, and he's in the depths.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, this could be interesting. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with this. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna come up with something next time.
All right.
You pocket the sending stone. Indeed, it
I
outreaches to Ungerthrod.
Yeah. And there was something else.
Well,
I
does
can't
the
remember.
party want to start to head somewhere?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I'm so surprised you haven't.
We have a lich to kill. Let us go and defeat this enemy.
You know
What
the
do you
way
say,
down.
Captain?
Fine, the lich.
Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Anybody here need goop juice? Let me know, because y'all kind of looked a little fucked up.
Goop juice. You said it
That is,
before, but could you remind me?
It's just herbs and stuff that I mixed to make into a bit, kind of like a potion.
One consideration is,
Ruka-
my spell ability is sapped for the day, quite significantly.
Ruka taps you on the shoulder, Giles, and she says, You say we get out. How?
I'm working on it. Leave it with your captain. You know, it's all good.
Give me a deception check.
We have some options. We're looking into them.
Just go out.
Oh, don't do good at this. Oh,
Wait,
19.
Giles. We're paying them. Show them the way out.
She says, Good. When you find it, we escape together.
quite right.
Yep, we're all trapped
yeah.
down here.
So yes. Oh, damn! I wish I could leave. I have no magic left. I don't want to face it. I've just realised, absent-minded as I sometimes am, that if I face a lich now, I will be lich meat.
A 4th level Misty Step just to talk to Ungerthrod may or may not have had something to do with this.
No, yes, and why was it that I was forced to use that spell slot? I'm trying to remember, trying to scour my memory for who was responsible for that need.
You.
No,
You
no, no,
needed
no.
to speak with them, so you forced yourself to use a spell slot.
Because he was providing an obstacle. I don't understand. The obstacle was the unnecessary thing. Because Nanook likes to be my mother!
First of all, I'm not your mother. And second, you had interest in bringing your entire entourage into a cramped room with an illithid we may want to talk to, and they did not want to talk to him.
That was fair, but I recanted on that. And then you still wouldn't let me in. On a matter of principle. It's
Didn't
not
recant,
it's not
just
for
knocked on
you!
the door. Regardless, that's behind us.
Yes, it is behind us.
So,
Point is, I can't fight a lich. Whether I had a 4th level spell slot that I used on a Misty Step or not, I would still be incredibly ill-equipped.
Anyway,
Do
I'm
we
gonna
leave
The,
heal
Venture
the,
down
fourth,
for
the, fourth, the 4th level spell slot was really not the nail in the coffin here. I am done.
Thank you, my small friend. Your healing shall be most useful to get me back up to my full strength.
You will heal for 20.
Whoa! My
Oh,
goodness.
damn.
I gooped you up with plenty of goop juice. I'll do the same for myself.
It's still early. We could always just take a rest. Meta-wise, I don't think you guys have short rested today.
We have once. I don't have arcane recovery, so we
Okay.
must have done one
One
for the
time.
rest.
Yep.
Mhm. We did so on the floor above.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
you guys could
so-
short rest if you wanted. Everybody is kind of injured. Some of you
I
back.
got like loads of temp hit points. Sorry, I got like a minus to maximum hit points.
Whatever you guys want to do.
I'm gonna goop
Take a
myself
short
up.
rest, scout around down the next level, and find somewhere to rest, somewhere up higher.
Could rest on the ship, no, and send the Orogs to do the scouting.
I don't know if I want to sleep on a ship with a very hungry illithid.
He did say that. Sorry, I forgot. He said that. I don't think I would have suggested that. I remember that he was like, "Nah, don't sleep near me, bro."
Yeah, let's not suggest sleeping on the ship.
Fine,
Um,
fine, fine.
Scanty, do you need some juice of goop?
We could
I
take
can
a hitchhike
take
to
care of
the next-
myself. Don't touch me with your goop.
I can also just do bandages.
I can also just do myself here.
Okay.
And she will heal herself a little bit. She does not want your goop.
Well, and now
Keep that goop away from me.
Let's just throw out a big heal on her. What she's
Just
got.
goop
She really
myself.
should learn her cure wounds, but she doesn't has it. We'll top her off.
But I am paying for this lot, so perhaps they could be our scouts, and we could just get our rest, and they can report back, perhaps. Unless you want to go with them as like a general, Nanook,
Yeah,
be a good
you know,
idea.
I actually have a better idea.
I'm all
Why
ears.
go yourself when I can play by your tricks? You'll squat down and start drawing a circle. I will spend my last spell slot to cast Infernal Calling.
Okay.
Yep.
What?
And I'll summon.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Perfect. Right as I bring out the bunny killer. No.
A pot of boiling water?
As out before you
Let's see
stands.
here.
Aw. His token name isn't changed. Oh well.
Oh,
you changed
whoa!
that
What the hell
on-
is that?
Yeah,
Premier.
I'll-
Eater of all.
I'll fix his token name. You gotta do it on the token part here. Covered by anyone friendly. Update.
A friend of yours?
Yes, he was a gift from Asmodeus.
Say no more.
I believe he is a test to my loyalty, as he is also a vigilant servant of Tiamat. You're
He
familiar
bows
my
and says,
disdain for dragons.
"It's your pleasure."
Yes, Fimir. The task is simple. Take these Orogs and scout the lower level for us. Report back what you find.
Understood. Do you let him take the Orogs?
You know, I don't know if I feel comfortable letting this demon handle the good lady Ruka and her noble troops. I still feel pretty fresh. What if I go with them?
All right, but no funny business with any of my troops. You hear that?
Yes, sir.
Not
Aye,
while they're on
Captain.
duty, anyway. Look, I'm not an absolute prude. I'm just saying, like, while you're on mission, there's none of this lusting that you're doing.
It is not lusting. I am just simply a romantic. I am a marine and a romantic.
The line I was about to say, the line between romance and lust is very narrow.
All right. I guess ate this Githyanki as well, as he is determined to go with you.
Well, since they're going, I'm going to ask 2 of them to stay back to guard us at where we rest as well. In fact, I'll make one of them the lady that Vinicius after.
Ah!
And I do it like demonstrably. I'm just trying to gauge him to see whether he really wants to help them or if he's just following, a certain green wand.
It's actually more of a greenish yellow. Thank you very much.
Well, yeah, the normal skin is, but there's a higher amount of melanin in it. Never mind.
Oh, okay, okay, all right.
All right.
Well, that went south fast, quite literally.
Sorry. So I was just typing something. So does what did we decide on?
Okay, so we landed on Vinici and Nanox Demon are going with 4 of the 6 Orogs. 2 are staying behind to guard us at camp.
And Vinici's gonna go with them. Okay. 2
Yeah.
stay behind and guard your camp.
1 being the lady.
Okay.
Intentionally,
We'll say the more wounded one will stay behind as well.
Yeah.
So all of you guys want to head down the next level, huh? Vinici and the Abishi and all of the Orogs.
Indeed.
Just before the Abishai leaves, Nanak will make clear that make sure that they survive. Their souls don't go to Asmodeus if they die here.
To work in them.
He says, what a pity. Very well. Vinici, you start to make your way down here. What I need from you is, let's just see here. Okay. Let me pull this level up. Floor 20. The Runestone Caverns. You start to get out of that nasty smell of the Cavern of Ooze. And finally your nose clears and you can breathe again. In the distance, you very easily hear heavy stone slamming into an anvil. It doesn't sound like a hammer. It sounds like a heavy stone hitting an anvil. There's like a and then a tung on the anvil. But clearly not metal to metal, stone to metal. And it is loud. It fills this cavern. And let's just see. As you make your way down, I want you to throw me actually an investigation check.
And this is from Vinici. And
This is Vinici at the moment.
Yep.
And now I will say Fimmer also can give me one. The orcs, they do have a +2, which means they also could do 4 rolls. That's
Yeah.
really bad. So Giles, since you sent down 4 orcs, roll a d20 +2. Or I can do the +2. Just roll a d20 4 times.
Okay, d20 4 separate times.
They all have a +2. Meta-wise, you need a 20.
18.
No good. No good.
Nothing. No dice. Come on. Yes.
21.
third one in the row figured it out.
Vinici, you're just walking, and the Abyshi is looking out. We've got to keep our eyes out. But neither of you see anything. And one of the Orogs says, Hey! What's that? And he points down at the ground. And right in front of you, you're about to put your foot on it, Vinici. You're like lowering your foot down. And you see a glyph carved into the floor you almost stepped on. It glows. Arcane runes.
I have no idea what this is, but it looks magical. We should be very careful.
Well, it's in our way. What do we do?
Can we jump over it?
He nods. It is in the ground. I see why not. You can roll an Arcana check to know if there's any issue with that. Just double check. I don't think any of these guys have any bonuses to their Arcana, really. Well, they do have a +2 int. Orogs are smart. What about the Abyshi? +1. He can't make it. The Orogs need a nat 20. Give me 4 d20s.
Do they have any pluses?
They have a +2. They need a 22.
Alright. I need a 20. You gotta roll in that 20 then.
They gotta roll a nat 20.
Come on, just one.
Last
Just give me
Orog.
one. Oh!
19.
He says,
Tease you.
Me not sure. It's just symbol on ground. Yeah. You don't know.
Hmm.
No idea what this is. Like, none of you can identify the symbol. Don't know what it is Arcana-wise. What do you do, Vinici?
I say we take a leap of faith, quite literally. But the demon goes first.
That wasn't part of the deal. You first, Gith. And he holds out a scimitar towards you.
Yeah.
Jump!
All right, big guy. Okay.
I
It's
mean,
not-
it was either you or one of the Orogs.
He's not a good person.
No.
But if
He is
Vinici
a
dies
demon.
now, then,
He's
the guy
He's
did,
he's a devil. He doesn't care.
Oh, he probably doesn't.
Yeah.
Is
Vinici,
he
do you-
bound to abide
Yeah.
by Nanok's orders, though?
I'll jump.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to jump over the symbol first. That wasn't any part of it.
Yeah, no,
That's true.
it's not.
But he
I'm
was
going to
asked-
risk my life to protect these people. It's like, well, if they die of uncontrollable circumstances, what can he do about it?
You
Oh, I mean, I just
jump
remembered
over
that.
the symbol. And indeed, the symbol is a symbol spell. And in this case, I need you to make a con save.
Oh,
You need an 18 or higher on the dice. It's a DC 22. It's a 6. The symbol of death goes off, and you take 10d10 necrotic damage. You might still survive that. Let's just roll
Yeah?
10d10. Plenty fine. You got a lot of health. It hurts, though. It hurts. You leap over the symbol, and a wave of necrotic energy rips from the symbol and just pulls a bunch of your spirit energy down. Your body just feels worn as you land on the other side. You almost collapse just down to one knee before standing back up and kind of like wavering a little bit. No physical, like, it stole arcane energy from you and just ripped necrotic energy through your veins. It hurt, but no wounds.
Okay, that did not feel good. I do not recommend.
The symbol's still there. I'm not jumping over that.
Well, can I try breaking the symbol by using my rapier and like poking it and disrupting the circle and like putting a little dust in between the lines?
Let me see. Let me actually read what it says. Each target... How big is the target? I actually gotta read this. It's a long spell. It's such a big spell. Let me just read what this writes. When any creature crosses over it, after the effect is triggered, a ghostly skull floats above the area the glyph was inscribed. I think it does disenchant, actually. It's a one-time. No, it's a one-time. It's a one-time.
Yeah, had it been.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
it triggered.
The party would have got past it.
Yeah, it triggered, it goes out, and they actually do pass over it. There's just like a skull floating there now.
Vinisi are already taking one for the team. I am heroic as always.
As you kind of continue, throw me a stealth check. I'll go off the others' passives, which is 16 from the Abishi and 14 on the other guys. So it's pretty good. Yeah, 23. You guys are rather quiet as you make your way through now. You see a couple of things. First, Finicity, to your right, you can see a deep chasm, and you can hear like a buzzing of energy. It sounds like creatures of all type, and I know the chasm, if you look down here, it looks tiny. Think of it as, this is a theater of mind kind of situation. It's a big chasm. Meta-wise, it's like 60 feet wide and a few 100 feet long, and it goes deep. And that's just what you can see, and you can see all types of fauna are glowing about it. Bioluminescent plants and different mushrooms. And you can hear like some activity over there, but that's drowned out by this heavy pounding of... And as you sneak your way towards just to get a glimpse of what that might be, you peek your head just around the corner, and you can see a huge golem smashing another golem that looks like Hallister, and he is smashing its face into his arm and using the anvil to like merge it into his arm. So one golem is ripping up another, and he's pushing it into his body. And this larger golem looks like an amalgamation of all these different statues put together. They all kind of look like Hallister, this old wizard. Just chunk like half of his face jammed here, a hand jammed there, just all over him.
Best to not try and get into a fight with the big guy.
And so that's kind of what you find here. You see, you kind of go down to this tunnel. You'll find a few paths, and this is what you see as you like get to this chasm, right? So again, Theater of the Mind, it's much, much bigger. But as you look down, I'll give you a full description here. You see the cavern, it has a fungi forest, zirkwood trees towering all about inside the chasm. interspersed with barrel stalk, blue caps, and trimalac mushrooms and fungi. Yeah, you can see bioluminescent glowing fungi along the wall. And at the very bottom, you can see a lake and a small waterfall filling it. And you see all these, a bunch of huts. And it looks like a Kuotoa settlement. Are you familiar with Kuotoa? The player? You?
Not sure if my character
No, are
would
you?
be, but as a player, no.
Okay.
Ooh.
Your character would be.
Fish people.
Kuotoa are fish people. They are very scaly, slimy, kind of short fish people. And you can see all these little huts down there.
You know what? I've seen these guys before. They're the guys that were like Baal in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes, they worship
Yeah.
Baal, the murder god.
Did they spell
Yes,
it
that's
wrong?
that's a Kuotoa settlement. It looks like that.
Like Bual or something.
Yeah,
Boal.
Boal.
Boal, our god, Boal.
I don't
Um,
even know.
And Kuotoas are interesting creatures. They actually empower themselves based off of just believing in something, which is why they were able to conjure that magic and actually be powerful and have a powerful deity there. It had nothing to do with Baal or anything. It has to do with Kuotoas. In fact, if you convinced them, they could worship even you, and that would empower them. It doesn't have to be a deity. Their belief in it is their magic.
I think we ran into some. further
Yeah,
up,
we
didn't
did. And we got one of our party members to be worshipped for a period.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
that's right.
I didn't pull you down to that scene, did I?
No.
No, just Venici. Pull to scene. This should move you over here in just a second.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering what was going on.
Well, the rest of you were upstairs. But you
Yeah.
guys can
Okay.
inform Cobalt. But this is the chasm. You see it now, Julian?
Yeah, I do.
So that's the chasm. These are the tunnels. This is the rock golem. And then this was the glyph back at the entrance, right? So you have an idea of what you went through. And I'll pull us back up to that top scene here. As you all return, I'll say only 20 minutes later, you return with the squad and have all that to report in. And you all see Venici just looks like exhausted as he's coming back up. He seems worn. His muscles look like they're aching. He's kind of stumbling a little bit.
God, what happened to you?
A magical symbol did not good thing to me.
Well, I guess I should be glad I gave you some goop juice.
Yeah.
I am very glad you gave me goop juice.
Also, who's that?
He tried to make me jump the rune. I refused. The rune's power seems to be sapped at the moment.
Oh, is it because you can't jump because you don't have good legs like me?
At the moment.
He pulls out
Would
a
I
scimitar.
know
He
if,
comes over and he actually holds both scimitars up to your throat. He says,
Say that again, and I'll take your head to Asmodeus.
Oh, I've already
Ooh,
seen him.
Nanok, yank the
Come
leash,
here.
will you please?
Jeez.
he looks at you, Nanok, on the other side and says,
Help me kill this one. His blood looks tasty.
Again. I mean, I've had a lot of vampires drink my blood. That's true. I know. I am pretty tasty.
I am not a vampire. I will
Well, then why
drink
do
you
your
have
blood for
blood?
my own pleasure.
He just likes it,
I
I
will
think.
bathe in it, and eat your flesh, and clean your bones.
Vermeer. Stand yourself.
he pulls
This
back
rabbit
his,
is more useful to us alive.
pulls back his scimitars.
Very well, but if he opens his mouth again, he calls for my scimitar.
Hmm.
That seems fair. That seems everyone okay with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You see this large fiendish demon, and
And-
Cobalt, you missed it, but Nanok summoned him.
Ah, well, I will. He said open my mouth, right? I'm
He
going.
specifically
Hello?
meant talking about him.
He wasn't. Yeah, he was speaking
He wasn't saying that you
idiomatically.
can't talk. He just meant towards him.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Do not
I,
antagonize the devil.
I can't anyway, not unless I expend a die. I was gonna speak to him in his mind, so he can hear my
Ironically, he
voice.
already speaks telepathically.
He
Well,
can,
that
but
helps.
in this case, he's
Yeah.
just talking.
Hmm.
I know he doesn't know common, but I'll just say he does.
Benici will explain the situation with with the golem and the forest of fungi and the fish people and rune and all of that to Giles.
So this rune sounds okay. So by his description, do I find the rune familiar as a wizard?
Arcana check. No.
Aw. Don't even have an inspiration.
You're
Ironically, I
one
thought one
away.
of your Orogs identified it.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rune
as
of
a
death.
death
Yeah.
ward.
One of the Orogs
Oh,
says,
okay. So they would have, yeah, in the sit rep, they'd
"The
have given me
rune.
that.
It was a death ward. I've seen them before. It was used by an enemy spellcaster once. Very dangerous."
So for an 18,
You're
would
one
I at
away.
least know? Well, for an 18, would I at least know whether a death ward, once it's used, is gone, or whether it's going to recharge by the time we
If you
next
hit
get
a
down there?
19, you would know, but the
Oh,
Orog
I would
knows
know.
because they
Okay.
did hit it.
Okay.
And the Orog will tell you that it is currently dispelled. Let me just double check if it's temporary.
Charles is not best pleased about this.
When your
But the
old rugs
Orog
are
is
smarter
telling you
than you.
things.
When your Orog is better at the Arcana than you, like correcting you. Yes, I'm glad we got there in the end together. To the answer, I mean.
Yeah, no, it's out. He says, "Unless it was inscribed again. I believe it was used."
Yes. What was I thinking? Of course it was. Yes. Well, at least you took the bullet for a reason, then, Sini. That's not in vain. Thank you. Looks like you want to lie down.
And I mean, you know there's a lich down there. 9th level spell set up at the door.
He could come and recast it before morning, but we'll have to take that risk, won't we? If not, I can maybe dispel it. Expensive dispellation, though.
Iskante would just say, "Before morning. It's only noon."
I know, but there's nothing I can do without a long rest.
You want to
Morning's
stay in
relative,
this
especially
nasty
down here.
cavern?
I don't want to. I must. Oh, I mean, unless we go up.
If you go down, it is a little clearer. There is this giant golem to worry about, but in the area around the rune, there's this open chamber that might be a good place to rest.
Meta-wise, you would know that, and it specifically is written in here, that the Kuotoa place is a safe place to rest. And the tunnels, random encounters can happen. But the Kuotoa place
Okay.
is actually somewhere you guys could rest. I'm sorry, I should have clarified. It was abandoned. There weren't Kuotoas
Oh,
Oh,
down
right,
there.
there weren't
It
active
was
ones
it
there.
was
Oh,
abandoned.
okay.
Yes, sorry, just the huts. Just the
Mhm.
huts.
That does sound like better than in a stinking pile of goop. Well, lead the
What did
way.
you say about my goop? It's not
No,
stinky.
sorry, this goop. There's lots of goop around. It's understandable you'd become confused.
Does the party
Mhm.
make
I
their
meant
way
this.
down to the Kuotoa
Oh,
huts
sorry,
then?
no, this is ooze, not goop. Sorry, my bad.
Yes, I think so. At least I would
Yeah,
suggest that.
lead the way, Benici.
As you all make your way down here, boop, 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 the first thing you all spot is that rune, a ghostly skull just floating there where it was. As you make your way through, you can hear this heavy, loud anvil and rock just smashing towards this direction. But the party sneaks off to the south to avoid having to get too close to it, and you will find this Kuotoa resting area. I'll pass another 20 minutes, 30 minutes to get down here, we'll say. And indeed, if you guys want, you can see those giant fire beetles that are lighting the area up, but they're not gonna just attack you. They're just beetles. They primarily feast on what looks like the plants and the fungi on the walls.
We're cold.
You guys find a rather nice place to rest. Now, the only issue is you guys are going to have to pass many hours sitting here, kind of chatting as you climb down into this abandoned Kuotoa hut village. There's huts, there's all types of things. It opens up, there's a waterfall, there's a lake. It's actually kind of nice. It's like a little oasis down here. A lot of plant
Can we
life.
turn a little lake into a hot tub?
I mean,
Nah.
it's cold
Play
water,
that.
but well, you guys are pretty far into the earth. Maybe it's a little warm.
Like geothermal, right?
Yeah, geothermal water. It's a little warm, but it's not a hot spring. But it is like a nice pool and a nice little area to relax. Do you guys just spend the rest of the day hanging out here?
I'd rather not, personally.
I could go on more scouting missions before I rest. I mean, I am only at half health. I still have another half to go.
How much more do you think there is to see without antagonizing something?
I am not sure.
Perhaps stealthy members of the party going alone would be better than this tromping band of Orogs.
The Abishi says,
We should take our wizard next time. Make him jump the glyphs.
Well, I would have known what it is, so I wouldn't have done that. Probably.
he looks at you, he says,
Sure.
I could have dispelled it, maybe. I had a chance of doing so. 1 5th level slot left. I think I might have upcasted to possibly dispel
Well.
that.
Very well. I'll just eat these beetles.
he climbs up the wall and just starts to eat some of the beetles off the wall.
No, that's how I like. We won't be able to see you, foolish.
No, there's fungi that's
demon.
lighting there's phosphorescent
Oh, okay.
fungi. They do also cause
Alright.
light, but they're eating the fungi. The beetles are.
Oh, right. So it's
Which is
the
like
break
kind of
season.
how they glow.
Oh, weird. It is a long bit of day we've got to pass. We should think of something interesting to fill it with.
Hey,
Just click the long rest button.
you are a bit stubborn to take this rest down here, aren't you?
Look, if we're facing a lich and a bloody enormous golem to boot, which did we see that coming in, by the way? Did we see the big golem?
You guys did not stealth over there. You clearly heard it,
Okay.
and he's told you about it, but only
Yeah.
he stealthed over there. If you guys want to, you can, but it will require a roll. Because, he's there.
There is much I can do with a rest. There's barely anything. I'm basically a first level character without a rest.
I think Vinicius is dusting himself off and getting back in the fray. He's a Marine. He's getting ready to scout again. He's stealthy. He'll try and stealth up and see what else he can explore before
Yeah, I mean, even
taking his rest.
Ruka would say, as you all get down here, she says, "This good base, but sitting not good. We should move. We should use
I can
our
grab.
energy."
You want to
Indeed.
do some calisthenics? What?
We won't find exit. But we go deeper. Why?
The answer to the exit is deeper. You're from space, correct? Like up there in the stars, among the stars. Yes.
No.
Well, right.
Me from
Oh, you're not.
planet. Filled with orcs.
and you wish to get back to this planet, which is between us and that is a lot of space with stars
No.
in it, which I
Me no want return back to planet. Me want to
Oh.
return back to space.
okay,
But
right,
not
so-
from
so-
space.
Oh, okay, my mistake.
We
But
live in space now.
so you want to go home to space, correct?
To a space. Yes.
To space.
To a space.
Well, look, the answer to how to do that, your ship up there. I mean, without even given that it's stuck in the ooze, it doesn't have a helm, and it also is being prevented from teleporting anywhere by the.
But why
magic
go
of the
lower?
space.
You
Because
say
that's where
get
the
us out.
answers are. That the answers are lower. The
Give me-
answers to how we get out.
Give me a persuasion check, Giles.
Oh.
She just
Again
sits
with
down,
this-
she crosses her arms, and she says, "Fine. Your funny words no make sense to me. But fine."
To be fair, they don't make sense to me either.
Sometimes you don't go from A to B. You go from A to that little symbol that means like theta, and then back to A again.
We need to kind of scoots over closer to Ruka. Hello, noble flower.
Oh god, get me away.
What is noble flower? Me no smell noble flower before.
You are the flower, my dear.
Me no flower, me orog.
You
me-
are a beautiful Orog.
Do me smell like flower?
And she starts to sniff her armpit.
Nah, still smell like cavern. Disgusting.
Okay, that did not work.
Me need bath. And she just starts to take off her plate armor. And
Oh!
she strips naked, and she goes into the lake, and they all start to take baths. All the orcs do.
Oh, okay, all right. It seems I have to go on my mission now. So, a shame I cannot enjoy the view, but I will be back later.
As you walk away,
He's
you
trying
just
to
see
run
them all
away.
like standing under the waterfall, washing their hair and stuff. There's 5 naked male orcs and just one large female.
They really don't care, do they? It's all
No, I
just
don't give a shit.
hanging out.
Yeah, so
It's just unusual to see such freedom.
I mean, when it all comes down to it, everyone has pretty much the same bits and pieces. You know, some are bigger, some are smaller, some are furry, some are scaly, but in general, pretty much all the same.
As she gets out of the waterfall, she shouts over to the group. She says, "You all stink too. Clean selves. Me no travel with stink."
Well, she's got a point. We are covered in
Just
guts.
Frantically, just clicking my fingers to press the digitate myself clean so I don't have to get nude.
I get
Fine.
nude.
Hmm.
I am the dude that gets nude.
So is Benissi trying to do another scouting mission?
Do you want to go scout Finissi, or do you stay with them?
Yes, my captain. I will be back later. Good day to you.
Just walks away.
I've sort of
Premier,
defaulted
follow
into
him.
being that guy's captain. It's far too much responsibility.
As before, ensure he returns alive.
Vinissi, so you head off. Go ahead and just give me an investigation roll, and I'll just kind of show you around, tell you some things based off of it.
Don't worry. There may or may not be a devil following you.
Does the
Yeah.
Avishi come with him?
Oh yeah.
He flies out and lands
moment-
next to you and says,
Nanok said to escort you. Says you're not safe.
and so
Well, as a Marine, I always enjoy having a battle buddy. It is good to have backup.
he can also roll an investigation, Nanok.
All right. I'll see if he rolls.
Man,
any
we
better.
have had some bad rolls tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Come on. Nat 20.
It's been rough.
Okay, 11's not great, but
12. Yeah, he takes a look around. You guys kind of stumble about, looking around, not really sure what you're looking for. The first thing that you do see, which really doesn't require any investigation to find this, the main chamber. this large chamber with a huge stalagmite that is climbing up towards the ceiling. And let me actually get the full description here because it is pretty tall. Forget how tall. Boop, 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 boop. Here it is. 120-foot radius and an additional 120 feet. Oh no, that's the light. How tall is it? That's the runestone. Where's the stalagmite tower? Here it is. 120 feet tall. And you can see at the very top, there is this huge, huge crystal that is rotating. And it is glistening all these colors, mostly bluish. And it is filling the room with a blue light. And yeah, that's what you see. This thick, tall stalagmite tower going to a tight point at the top, 120 feet up, and a huge crystal, bigger than your body. The other thing that you notice, Vinici, are little chunks of crystal are kind of falling off of it and landing on the ground. Little fragments, like tiny fragments.
Interesante.
Frimmer says, is what?
It is a word meaning interesting.
Oh. Why not just say interesting?
I like to say things that are spicy. It makes me sound like cultured. And
I like spice.
you do? Oh, I like spice too. Perhaps we could be
I
friends.
put it in all of my food.
But you guys start to investigate. You start to see this fungi cavern start to open up again. And in this case, you actually do start to see a couple of creatures moving about. You see what look like fungi themselves step up from the wall and start to walk forward. And one of them just looks out towards you, and you see these spores just kind of drifting. And Abishi pulls out his scimitars and says,
Friends or enemies? What should I do?
I think if they don't attack us, we should just leave them be. We have our target ahead of us, the big leech, so if they don't prove hostile. Besides, I don't think these things have are going to be harmful to us, so let's just walk slowly and silently.
you hear in your head as you pass by,
A stranger. You're in our territory.
a stranger. You hear like 15 voices, all kind of saying this.
One comes. Who? Why?
And you hear like some of them welcoming, others saying,
Chin.
I am Vinici Aradi. I am here to defeat the evil lich and save the day. For I am a hero, a marine, and a pirate, and a romantic.
you hear back in kind of a deeper, more direct telepathic communication.
Welcome to my kingdom, Vinici. You're welcome to rest here. Don't harm the mushrooms.
No intention of harming the mushrooms. No, no, sirree. Yes.
As you turn around, the devil is just very
Oh,
casually just cuts one down.
oh,
No.
we're not supposed to harm the mushrooms. You know, they are talking in my head. I am not local. They are just, they are like gift. They talk in the telepathic communication.
He spits out a chunk of mushroom, and you can see his tongue has swelled up and is blue now.
Oh, that does not look good. I am sorry about that, my friend.
And then you hear another message in your head.
Rock giants rock demons. Caution. Careful.
It seems they are not a friend of the rock golems either. So we should be careful. Maybe the rock golems serve the leech.
On your way back after your investigation of finding this area, finding that main cavern, you start to kind of head back after a little bit, but you're actually interrupted. And for this, I need to decide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you're making your way through, you start to head back and you can hear something stomping its way over. A large rock golem is looking around. I want both of you to roll me a stealth. Ibishi and Vinici.
I realize I should have been rolling at disadvantage this whole time because I'm wearing medium armor.
Go for it. What are you wearing? Half plate? Yep.
Oh, from here.
And a natural 1. We'll still give him a roll here. Because you do have a high stealth.
Oh,
He doesn't notice. The very poor stealths are still good enough. Natural 1s
Yep.
don't cause automatic failure on checks. Stomps around the corner, looks and peers, and you guys just kind of take to a little cubby. And he says,
Quiet. It's almost spotted us. We're making too much noise.
and as he says that, he makes a bunch of noise. But it's good enough still. You're quiet enough. And it just kind of stomps past, kind of going through the halls looking, but you avoid it. But you find that the wandering the caverns alone, Vinici, you find could be dangerous. And I'll pass another half an hour. I'll
yeah.
say it's 1 o'clock as you guys return
Which
back.
at the point that we return, Famir sadly departs
Is that how long he lasts?
as 1 hour.
All right, yeah, he will, as he goes to fly down, we've got to report. In flames, he just disappears.
Oh, such a shame. I was hoping we could enjoy some jalapenos together, my devilish companion. Another day, I suppose. Well, I have returned.
Indeed, a little too slow, but what did you find? As Nanok is just waiting around like a tiny, happy little alligator.
He'll sort of explain what went on with the mushroom people and
Myconids, yep. And
yeah.
earth elementals roaming the passages.
Yep. And then how his friend, his devil friend, bonded over love of spicy food, but unfortunately disappeared in a puff of flame.
You attempted to befriend him?
I am, in the Marines, the Yankee Marines, we made friends with all sorts of different spacefaring creatures and
Yeah.
piracy. So I am used to conversing with all manner of creatures. So we just found a commonality, and it just went from there.
Well, you be careful when consulting with devils. They may try to force you into pacts with their greater deities. Perhaps he gotta try to get you on the side of Tiamat. But just be careful.
I will. My loyalty is always to my captain.
and Famir is loyal to me for as long as I serve Asmodeus.
About the whole captain thing, I mean, I'm no captain. I don't even have a vessel.
Well, it is an honorary title, you know. You don't have to have a vessel to be a captain.
What do you need?
You just need people to call you captain. That is it.
Oh. Well, then, don't let me. So long as I don't have to actually do anything. I worry about not living up to the nature of the position somehow.
Don't worry, I'm not calling you captain. Not now, not ever.
Don't really. Oh well.
Hmm.
I found it like it was catching on quite nicely, but apparently not.
As long as you can provide a little bit of leadership and direction, you will make a fine captain, Senior Giles.
Portia would say, Ungethrod did offer you his ship. If we get it back, that would make you a ship captain.
Suppose it would. Oh, of a ship that we can't get out of the Undermountain, but still, technically speaking, I would feel more comfortable with it.
I imagine if we get rid of Alistair, we probably can teleport it.
Well, easier said than done, isn't it?
Indeed.
Vinici, what do you make of this stalagmite
Might.
with the big crystal above it? You didn't happen to get any of those shards that were falling off of it, did you?
Does Vinici recognize this at all?
Absolutely not. No
I am
idea.
sorry, Captain. I do not have any idea what this is.
Actually, you guys did. You guys did go to Waterdeep and get all those quests, though, right?
True,
You,
but
you
Vinici
spoke. Vinici wasn't there? Vinici wasn't
No.
there. Okay. Yeah.
I also was not there. I'm currently swimming and enjoying myself and picking up seashells.
I might ask one of my Orogs, who's the stealthiest among you?
We all have same stat.
I'm the stealthiest here, probably. But that's okay.
Well, look at these shards. Someone.
all Orogs trained under same regimen.
Yeah, there we go. That's bring it into the lore a bit. No, I will ask. Well, how about you do it then, Corbold? Vinici, from Vinici's testimony, there is shards of this large crystal dripping off of it. I was wondering if you could perhaps collect one for me. I can spend some of these downtime hours analyzing it. Perhaps we'll know what we're up against.
Mm. What do you think, Mr. Hamster?
Esther, what?
Oh, you didn't. It's my friend.
Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
Just remember, don't kill the mushrooms. The Wykenids will get mad at you.
Well, why would I kill a mushroom?
I don't know. My devilish friend sliced it in half, and it did not turn out well for him. So just friendly word of advice.
Yeah, mushrooms are nice. They're typically real good people. Unless you mess with them, and then they become not so good people. Well, they're still good people. They just don't like you anymore.
Do that stage thing again. I gotta fix those add-ons. Something we're gonna
I
do
will
in the
try
future
off.
for next session. I'm gonna add the stage back on, and that way, when I'm talking with an NPC, I'm just gonna put them on stage so you guys know who's talking. It's off right now though. That way I don't have to keep saying Portia says, Iscanti says, Alistair said. You know, I'm just gonna put them up. And the Rurix and Abishi and everybody too. But Iscanti would say to all of this, are we staying down here then for the rest of the day?
It would seem like our captain is a bit too stubborn to leave. A bit too drained, apparently.
Well,
Yes, I wouldn't call it
Captain's orders.
stubbornness. I simply wish us all to survive, you know.
Are
Hmm.
you also calling him captain?
She shrugs. She'll also strip and go take a bath.
It's a
Whoa!
lot warmer
Okay.
right over in that corner over there. I think it pools.
You know, just for a bit of fun. Nanok would like to recreate a scene from Jaws, just seeing an opportunity with the rabbit distracted. Just dive under the water and just try to just surprise and just take him under.
I don't know if it's possible.
Give me a stealth check, Nanok.
Yeah.
I wish you good luck.
I'll assume a straight roll because I'm not wearing my armor right now.
Yep.
13.
Go ahead and roll a perception, Cobalt.
Dun,
I
dun,
can't
dun,
fail
dun,
it.
dun, 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 dun,
Just
dun,
roll it
dun,
anyway.
Roll it. Just roll it
Try.
for the sake of rolling dice.
Oh, it would be not advantage. Hold on. So
That's
first
okay.
roll,
The first one there
2.
either way is the 2, which means it's just 2 less than that, which is not a good roll. You're like kind of distracted. He pops up on you, but you spot it like kind of last second. What do you do, Nanok?
I will pretend that I didn't see it.
I will jump out of the water in surprise and grab our rabbit friend.
Give me an athletics as you flash out of the water. You guys see like the Nanok horns on his helmet just shifting through. 23.
gee.
I mean, without a chance to stop him, he just leaps out and grabs onto you. Roll me an acrobatics, Cobalt.
Jeez, I need a 19 or a 20 or an
Gonna
8.
have to
Oh,
hit a high
God.
one here.
Yeah. Nope, he gets
He
me.
easily just
He's
the
a muscular.
water splashes and Nanok you easily just fully grapple and dunk Cobalt under.
Yeah. Gah!
Oh.
And then quickly let him resurface. Yeah.
I love how this is turned into a beach episode. Vinici is like, "All right, cannonball," and then
I
jumps into the water.
From the
Actually,
top?
he'll take off all of his armor and will he's out there buck naked too and just jumps
Athletics or acrobatics? Let's see it.
straight into the cannonball, straight into the water.
Cannonball, let's say athletics. Oh, it was almost the nat 20. But you still have such a high fucking athletics. You do like a couple flips, full cannonball form, splash into the water. Like half the pool drains out and forms back in as the water splashes out. Yeah, 17's pretty fucking good. And you kind of splash everybody, and Escanti just looks and shakes her hair as it's all soaked. She says, "What was that for?" And she'll start to get out.
I'm gonna try to, as he splashes, not resurface and hide under the water. until I
Do
can
a
get to
stealth check,
Nanok.
Cobalt. You just try to disappear.
I'm gonna try and sneak up on Nanok.
Oh.
At 1 for a 16.
No.
I will roll a perception. It's not an automatic fail. I can
No.
still fuck this up.
You can see me.
You spot him. Yeah, Cobalt. He doesn't come back up, but you look down and he kind of like starts to drift down to the side, trying to sneak around you.
I aim for his tail.
As you guys are splashing in the water and having fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
You hear, I'll say a short rest. You guys can all short rest. But after a little bit of time, I'll pass the clock. I'll say 3 o'clock now. You've splashed around, you've showered, you've washed off. You all come back out, dry off on the beach. As you're sitting there, just in this chasm, relaxing, you hear somebody call out from above. "Having fun down there, are we? Room for 5 more?" And as
Depends on
you
the 5 are friendly.
look up, you see a female cloaked with black hair in a purple cloak. Obviously, those are like psionic blades. She doesn't have those out. She has a staff on her back, and she has a purple cloak. and she's just kind of leaning over. And as she's leaning over, you see floating behind her a couple of aberrations. First, a beholder looks down over the edge, and then a grell floating next to her, and then another grell. This one holding a spellbook. And then a couple of Nothics just peer over the edge. You see all these aberration eyes. And her just looking down.
It's naturally sourced.
Well, hello, beautiful. Please come in. The water is fine.
She will jump onto the back of the beholder. The other creatures will float down. The Nothics scurry down the wall. And she flies down into the beach area. She dismounts off of Gazarp, the beholder. He stops and looks around and says, "It's been a while since I've had a bath." And he'll just float into the waterfall. And she looks around and she just says, "It's a pleasure meeting other adventurers down here. Not too many of them. Who are all of you?"
Just quietly off in a corner, to whomever is listening. A bunch of apparitions just seriously join us for a bath.
I mean, why not?
You know, I think aberration is a bit of an offensive term nowadays. I think let us address them with dignity and respect. Besides, I think the lady is kind of hot.
You think a lot of ladies are hot.
She is wearing tight leathers, showing off some cleavage, thigh-high boots. She's kind of showing herself off a little bit.
All right.
In comparison
my
to,
type.
like, the orc who was not. But you guys see all these aberrations kind of join you. The Nothics just kind of sitting there watching. They start to peer into your minds, just getting secrets.
Yep.
Doesn't really matter. But they'll get little secrets, and they're just kind of laughing to each other about some of you.
And a beholder, to be honest, this is the first one I've seen alive.
Ah. Do you need help washing your eye stalks?
She says, "Don't mind my family. They're fine. Who are all of you? I'm Akarth Shadow Dusk. It's a pleasure to meet you."
Nanok, the
Dragon
Dragon
Slayer? I've seen
Wait.
it.
You have?
On the walls.
Oh. Yes, I guess I kind of forgot about some of those.
You have? You're famous, Nanok?
Rather famous. All over the Undermountain. I think I spotted 3 or 4 spots where your name was hailed.
Oh, that's true. I did put my name on a wall, too. Name's Cobalt.
Cobalt. I saw that
just
next to
Cobalt.
it as well.
Yeah. We're kind of next to each other. Just.
The rest of you? You're all adventurers, yes?
Fair madam, I am Vinici of the company of the ship called the... I forget the name of it. But it has
That's
a
an
name.
interesting name.
This is the
Oh,
job
no.
of Giles, who's muted.
It's the Etna Sinor.
The Edna Sinor.
There you go.
The company of the ship of the Edna Sinor. And I have joined this noble company. And we are an adventuring.
Well, where are you trying to get to?
Well, right now we're bathing, but we will be venturing again.
This is a rather dangerous place to be.
Well, you seem to have gotten around it by keeping dangerous company. What's with the Does he
Family?
listen to you when I point at the beholder?
Gazarp? Yes.
Not usually ruly to lesser beings, you know? That's why I ask.
Lesser beings. That's
Well,
my uncle.
No,
I
no, no.
think-
I'm saying that they are not usually like they usually see us as lesser beings and therefore are not so compliant.
My
then.
uncle sees me as lesser. I don't think you know what you speak of.
Yeah, that's kind of rude to say that about her family.
Rudeness was not really on my radar so much as getting to the nub of the matter, which is why are you family members with a aberration?
They weren't always that way. Of
Giles,
Oh,
you're ruining the moment for me. I am trying to. I mean, please go on, my dear. Tell us all about yourself.
Well, finally, somebody with some manners. And she looks at you, Giles, as she turns away.
Giles will just slowly move to wherever line of sight is broken from the beholder.
And you just see like a
put
Nothic just kind of
himself-
swims up next to you and just
Giles! It's nothing sacred. Can't even find a little pool of water and just enjoy it anymore.
and she says to you, Venice, she gives like a noble bow, and she says, "The name is Akarth. I hail from the Shadow Dusk family. These are my family. Were my family. Still are.
They were turned.
I was just
into
heading
this.
back home.
Your home's down here?
I'm almost there. Yes. 2 more
Oh,
levels.
Your family, were they polymorphed to be this way?
No, of course not. They changed themselves.
And how does one... Oh, well, okay, well, what were they before, then?
That is my Uncle Gazarb.
And he is of your race originally.
Those were my brothers. And the Growls,
They're-
ancient family. Not really sure, to be quite honest, where they fall on the tree.
But they were like you originally, or they were...
I think that is.
I don't
heavily
know what you
implied for
mean.
Giles.
It's heavily what?
It's implied. I mean, I don't know many humans that consider like kobolds family.
oh, actually, I know a little bit about it from when I was in Barovia. Yeah, apparently, wizards, they can somehow turn into, well, at least I know for the Nothics. I was taught about that Nothics could, well, they come from wizards.
It's
Magic
the
users.
blessing of the Far Realm. It's
she said.
changed them for the better.
They
think-
dabbled in the far realm. Yeah, now we're hitting on the nub of it.
Tell me,
But yeah, it was,
are you all making your way to Shadow Dusk Hold?
well, I didn't know there was a hole down there for the Shadow Dusks. Or
My
what that would have been.
family's ancestral home.
Would your home happen to be deeper in the Undermountain?
Yes. I could use more escorts. If you wish to come with me.
But
I
this
see
is
the look on your face.
We're gonna lose another one of Julian's characters. Just like...
hey, it's okay. You know what? I had a backup character ready for this moment.
Is he a horn dog too? Because we might have to get like another backup for the backup.
Possibly.
She says, I would love to join your company on the way down.
Oh,
It's my lady. It would be my absolute pleasure to be your escort wherever you might need to go.
She just, oh, that would be lovely. I'm so glad to hear. The rest of you?
well, I do need to do a quick little mission first, and then yeah, sure.
What is your mission?
Oh, someone wants a pretty stone.
What stone?
I don't know. He just told me it was a stone.
Giles,
Yeah.
elaborate on the pretty stone?
Perhaps I can help. I know this area
pretty
rather
stone.
well.
Yes, I wished to analyze a shard of that glowing crystal above the stalactite.
The
To ascertain
Runestone.
it.
That is quite the
Yeah.
shiny stone.
What is its purpose?
Oh, it has many purposes. It's magically enchanted by Hallister himself. The Shadow Dusks use fragments all the time.
Hey, DM Nick.
Yes.
The player remembers something, but would the character of Nanok remember this? He was there, but
I don't know. What's the question?
does he remember about the quest to acquire a?
The runestone fragments? Yeah, if you were up in the...
Oh, someone on the surface was looking for one of those.
Oh, well then
Plenty
we
of
ought to get two.
fragments. But you've got to be careful of the Lich. It's his tower, after all.
He lives up
Oh,
there.
Yes.
This
Easy to avoid.
runestone.
Most of the time he's too afraid to come out.
Doubt that crystal is also his phylactery then. Be like
No.
kind of.
The
No,
runestone was
a bit-
crafted by Hallister himself. It's magical, yes. Why do you want it?
I think he said he wanted to study it.
I want to study one of the shards to find out what its purpose and origins are, but cleared some of that up for me. Still, though, it would be good for my research.
It's magically enchanted, I know that much. I know that Hallister can channel himself through them. They're rather useful.
Well, you know so much about it. You said that your family uses them all the time, right? Do you have
I
any?
do. She opens up her bag and you can see that she's been collecting them on this level. She has a small little satchel filled with them. Fragments fall from
Ooh.
it all the time. But you've got to be careful, because sometimes the Lich lets his pseudo-dragon out. And when he's doing so, well, he gets very defensive.
Add that to the list. Dragon, golem, lich.
Well, we can fend off a pseudo dragon quite well.
Yeah, pseudo dragons are pretty small.
It's not the pseudo-dragon that's an issue. But if you see him out,
This is the
the
master.
Lich is watching. I believe he lets him out to tinkle.
Oh,
I see.
I guess he doesn't have a tinkle room inside of his tower.
My
That's an
lady,
oversight.
we have a quest to defeat this lich. I will defeat this lich. I will collect these stones, and I will win your heart.
Well,
Not before you
That would be
at least
lovely.
let us have one.
kill the Lich, and you'll be my eternal ally. He is against Hallister. And of course, we don't want the Lich alive.
Do you
Yes.
know where his phylactery is?
Likely in his tower, with everything else he owns. I don't see him come out often. The most dangerous thing you can bump into on this level are the mad golems. Hallister's lost control of them. Or just given up. I don't know.
Control. Is there any way we could leverage that into an attack on this tower? Can we get
Unfortunately
involved?
not. The golems were initially made to attack the tower. But Izzat has planned against it. The tower's
Izzat
immune
is
to
the name of it.
constructs,
Oh,
so he's abandoned the plan, and the golems run mad. Not to mention the purple worms that make the caverns. It's not safe down here. But maybe with all of you, it's safer.
Well,
Oh,
While I am here, no harm shall come to you. I swear it on my rapier given to me by my captain and first mate.
It's good to
how
hear.
about you help us kill the Lich? We'll help you get home.
You're sure you can kill him?
Well, it's
Well-
what we're here for, more or less. So we're gonna give it a damn good college try.
I've definitely fought a lich before. I don't remember what happened though.
Oh, that one in the Amber Temple.
That's not
Yeah.
necessarily a good thing.
It was really hazy. It was at a school of some kind, and
The Dwemer
I don't know that one. I think it was like an Amber Temple thing. It was very orange.
I was educated there. Killed the headmaster, don't you know?
You were educated
good
at the
times.
Dwemer
Oh.
That's right, isn't it? No, no,
Wait.
am I wrong? Wait,
No, I was
that absolutely is true.
wondering what happened after I left.
Tell me, did you
You-
see, my younger sister?
Well,
She's
You?
referring to Skriana, who you did see at the
No.
school.
Ah, right.
She had a grell with a spellbook next to her, floating next to her. Yes. When you walked past her, she
Yeah.
said, "Who in the nine hells are all of you?"
Ah,
It was a very brief interaction.
probably wouldn't remember. History check.
we had
Shadow dusks have been littered all throughout this dungeon.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly hope her studies are going well.
Oh. Well, here's a good question. Why aren't you at your house now? Like, why'd you have to leave?
Nobody has to leave. I was adventuring, collecting fragments.
That's
When
it?
he see turns,
Okay.
you are asking the lady too many harsh questions.
It's
You
quite
must let her.
alright. You don't know who I am. I'm sure it's rather odd having, she looks at all the aberrations, me show up.
Oh no, it is perfectly natural, and we are charmed by your presence.
It's extremely strange. I'm finding it very difficult to adjust to personally.
Why? You have all these Olrogs with you.
But-
From space.
A beholder. I mean, it's gonna make light work of
okay.
that.
Yeah.
He
Alright.
floats over towards you, Giles. He says, "What? It's from the beholder."
Well,
All
evidently
of his eyes
you're
kind of
something.
turn. Don't
He's
like
looking
me.
directly at. That's a lot of eye contact. No, it's not that. I don't know you. I didn't realize until this moment really that you could get to know a beholder. I should like to, so that it could put my mind at ease, because in my experience, which is mostly literary, not the kindest, most tolerant creatures, and very dangerous.
I can be dangerous if I want to be.
Do you want to be?
No, we are not going to antagonize the beholder.
No, I'm not.
Senor.
antagonizing
He
you.
kind of like plunks back down into the water like he's just floating. He says,
Like a cork.
"No, I'm on vacation."
Yeah, that's what I thought. You look like the type of person that was really looking forward to just relaxing.
May I interview you while you soak?
I don't see why not.
Whip out a quill in my book, in my notebook, and I'll nip over to the pond.
You guys start to chat. I think this is kind of where we'll leave off, as we can get a
Mhm.
long rest. You guys hang out with a Karth Shadow Dusk for the afternoon. Everybody can long rest, and we'll pick up next morning here. Next week.
So when we meet up next week, we're going to tell Gaz that we're giving the box to the other genie, right? Not his patron.
You can tell whatever you want.
We did some thinking, guys, and well.
You know what? Screw it. No.
That is a
Um,
good question because I had to step out for a bit. What happened with the
Yeah,
other
We didn't
genie?
talk to the other genie. We just went down
Okay.
here.
Yeah, we
All right,
didn't.
guys.
We
Stream. Thanks for watching. We will see you all next Thursday, and we'll figure out what time we start. I don't know yet. But guys, stick around because we'll chat really quick. I'll see you guys all later.